What?
Are either one of these any good?
I don't watch movies.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
Well, that was a metaphor, okay? You know, Max, sometimes I'm just riffing. Would you allow me to riff? As the leader, can I riff? Can I riff? Yes.
We're back.
And we didn't take 2 weeks off this time.
We're a little late, but, you know.
We're like 2 days late.
Better late than never. I'm Jake.
I'm Nate.
This is the Film Riff Podcast.
Yes. I know, we were kind of talking a little bit before we hopped on the mic, but not a lot of movie news. We're like running a little dry on that right now. I think it's because everything that's coming out over the summer is like kind of already officialized. It's like
set stone.
Now everything's like kind of Oscar season. We're just waiting around.
Yeah, I mean, you got you mentioned it, that new
Oh God,
Pete
Davidson horror film. Dude, I just watched the trailer actually, like right before we started, and it looks kind of crazy. But God, it looks corny as hell. I don't think I could take Pete Davidson like seriously enough in a horror movie.
It's because of his eyes.
It's because of his eyes. What do you mean?
Well, he's got like butthole eyes. That's like that's like a joke.
Just like sunken butthole eyes.
Yeah, that's like a.
I've never
joke
heard that
with
before.
Really?
That's hilarious. No.
Oh yeah, it's like I think he's self-conscious about it.
He's got butthole eyes. Dude, no. But God, no. Have you ever seen the bit he does on or used to do on SNL where he was Chad the pool boy or whatever? He's like, oh, okay, yeah. It's just like a dumb. It's just he's just like a brainless zombie
stoner guy.
Yeah, stoner guy like bit. But God, I just could not help but like hear him do the voice in the horror movie and just in the trailer and just think instantly of that. I was like, oh, this is so bad.
He was in that one movie.
What, King of Staten Island?
No. Well, that, but like he was like an A24, like it's kind of like a horror movie. It's
Bodies,
like
Bodies, Bodies?
Yeah, he was all right in that. He didn't last long.
Well, he's good in that, but that was like a comedy. This is like a horror movie.
Yeah,
Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is like a horror comedy, but it's not even a horror. It's like
a thriller.
I mean, it's horror. It's like a whodunit slasher comedy.
I feel like most horror movies nowadays got that comedy aspect to it.
Yeah.
I mean, not Bring Her Back, obviously.
I mean, it's becoming more prevalent for sure. Yeah, but I can't wait for Bring Her Back. We'll be seeing that this weekend.
Dude, I want to see it so damn bad. It's taking everything in me not to just go watch it.
I know. I'm probably going to see it tonight, and you got to wait till Sunday.
Lie to Paige, act like all surprised during jump scenes.
Holy crap, this movie's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like I've already seen the whole thing.
Or try to like predict shit to act like I'm some badass. Right? I think it's her.
Having to go, God, it's like, if for anybody who's got like girlfriends or like wives or anything, it's like you always got to wait on them to go see movies sometimes. It's a little inconvenient.
Same with well, I don't want to jump ahead too much. Well, we can go ahead and mention it. Was it Phoenician
Scheme? Yeah, Phoenician Scheme. Yeah. Wes Anderson movie. It's coming out next week.
Yeah, she wants to watch that too, and I'm like, fuck.
You gotta wait on her for that.
Like, maybe she'll be able to go like ASAP when it comes out. That one looks good, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's it looks a little bit more.
Looks like an Anderson movie.
Yeah, I mean, all of his movies look like obviously Wes Anderson movies, but this one seems like it might do a little bit better in terms of maybe generating some Oscar buzz or getting him some more like critical acclaim. Because Asteroid City, I think a lot of people were like kind of polarized by, like mixed reviews.
I liked it.
So yeah, I know, I loved it. But I'm also like a big Wes Anderson guy. Like it's hard for him to miss for me.
You think it's like people are kind of over his style? They're like, okay, it was cool when you first did all this, but now we're like, it's not.
Yeah,
I
think people think the quote unquote like gimmick is played out, but I like it. I mean, it's just his personal style, you know.
Yeah, I like it.
It's like what, like nobody's complaining about Michael Bay lens flares, you know, or J.J. Abrams lens flares.
Okay, I'll give you J.J. Abrams. I was like, Michael Bay, everyone kind of shits on him.
Yeah,
he's like
boom, explosions.
Yeah, CGI.
But God, yeah, you were saying something about Michael Cera right before we started.
I mentioned it like on an older podcast. I might have edited it out because I felt dumb. But I mentioned something about him, like it was like a joke, but I was kind of like low key being serious.
Yeah.
Like he might hit a movie this year that puts him in an Oscar talk,
bro.
and then all of a sudden, then this pops up.
I can't think of one movie where a Wes Anderson role's been nominated for an Oscar. Like,
No,
I
okay.
don't think there has
No,
been.
I'm not saying he's gonna get nominated, but I think there'll be buzz after this. But he's actually a serious.
Oh,
actor.
like he could fit in the supporting actor category or something like
Like
that.
he could be like, yeah, like it's like The Rock with all these new A24 movies coming out. Like if he does good in this, everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, The Rock's serious now.
Yeah, like kind of. Yeah, just like throw his name in the ring.
Yeah, it's like,
I
he
see.
actually is a guy that could be something later on. You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
Because he looks, I mean, obviously it's a trailer, but he looked like, I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna kill this role.
Well, definitely in Smashing Machine. I think that looks. He looks like
Oh, The
he's
Rock.
doing- yeah, fantastic in that.
I was talking about
Oh, you were talking about
the
Michael
boy
Cera.
Mike.
Mike Cera.
Yeah, Mike.
Dude, yeah,
Mike.
I have not seen him in much. I was trying to think of like the last thing I saw him in, and I swear it was the Twin Peaks return back
yeah,
in like
he's in that?
2017, 2018. I don't know if you ever watched Twin Peaks, but
No,
dude, probably like top 3 favorite shows of all time for me.
interesting.
David Lynch,
top 3,
top 3.
brother.
I'm dead serious.
Come on.
No, I'm
That's tough.
dead serious. You watch the pilot episode, you're hooked. Like it's one of the best pilots of any series I've ever seen.
Twin Peaks, and that's like an old show, right?
90s, I think.
And you're talking about the old one, right?
I'm talking about the OG and then the return in. So here's the thing. Well,
Is it a reboot? Let me.
it's not a reboot. It's like a finishing of the story because it got canceled.
Fuck.
Yeah, it got canceled back in the 90s. But that one plays more like a regular show. It's kind of weird. It's very like David Lynch. But the return is like full art house, like crazy, like almost plays like a silent film most of the time.
Huh, how many seasons?
There's a 3.
And there's only one new one, or did it get canceled?
Yeah, one new one.
Okay.
But it was an ending. It was
Yeah.
like the return to like end it.
Damn. All right. If there's only 3, maybe I can watch that. I've heard about it before. I've heard like it's
Yeah.
like critically acclaimed. Like it was like everyone likes it.
Well, it was like me and my dad's thing. Like he was, or I think my grandmother was like really into it, and then he watched it with her, and then we watched it together. So I'm like,
so
I try to turn more people onto it because
It's
a lot
like
of
late
people haven't
90s,
seen
right?
it. Say what?
It's like late 90s. Has to be.
No, it's like early.
Well, Sopranos had to come out first, right?
No, Twin Peaks was.
See, I always
definitely
thought
before.
Sopranos was like the first show of like to do like a series. Like
Well, Twin Peaks was on. You thought what?
that's like
Sopranos was what?
that's like the first. Like they were like the first to kind of start this like. It's like a big show that people watched each like the season's over. Kind of shows are now. Like there was that wasn't heard of back then, dude.
No, Sopranos was like more like prestige drama, like put HBO on the map. I don't think, but like there were a lot of shows that were like everybody was like watching week by week.
Like sitcoms and shit, dude. It wasn't like an actual like how like
There were
a-
shows on.
Can you sure?
Well, no, that's why Twin Peaks got canceled because nobody was watching it. But it's fantastic.
That might have been like around the same time then.
It was early, it was 1990.
Like straight 90. Like
Yes, like straight 90.
Oh shit.
So it's early. So 1990, 1991 too.
Oh okay, yeah. Sopranos was definitely. It was in the 90s though. Sopranos was right, or was it like early?
Yeah, well, that's
2000s?
like late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure it wasn't like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sopranos might literally be 1999.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, because that was like their thing. Is like they kind of pioneered, like this.
Whole new era of prestige television.
Like people
yeah.
actually watching TV.
Yeah, but like I think Sopranos gets a lot of the credit because I think HBO more so was like starting that with obviously Sopranos was like big ticket, right?
They're calling Nirvana with grunge. Like there was grunge
Yeah,
bands
there was
around.
like a lot of like prestige television on, especially even on HBO because they had like Oz and a couple other shows that were pretty big. Sex and the City that was on the same time. I think.
What's that one where they cut the dude's head? The Outsider? No, it's like swords. The dudes would cut their heads off with swords. That's how they killed them. Outlander, something like that.
Outlander?
Highlight.
Highlander?
Is that what it is? Remember that?
Was that a show? I thought that was a movie.
No, that's a show. I used to love that show when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. But I wouldn't consider that prestige.
That one kind of goes over my head. I don't know like anything about Highlander. I remember the movie.
Maybe I think there
It
is
was
a
like
movie called that.
fantasy, but they were like Highland Warriors, and they like I can't.
You had to finish them off by cutting their head off, and like lightning would come from the sky.
Yeah, I think we might be thinking.
Dude,
the
that
same
shit was
thing.
sick.
No, but yeah, definitely check out Twin Peaks. God, how did we get there? What were we on? We were talking about what?
We're talking about the Phoenician.
Yeah, Phoenician scheme. Yeah. No, I'm definitely hyped
What does
for
that even mean? Phoenician scheme.
Dude, don't ask me.
I'm
don't
like,
ask
is
me.
this even a word?
I don't.
Phoenician.
Phoenician.
That's how you say Phoenix, I think. The reason I know that's
Maybe.
it's a Louis C.K. joke. He was making fun of like, well, I won't get into it, but he basically was like, people from Phoenix are called Phoenicians. Like,
Oh, actually?
So that's stuck in my head. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said. He's like, he said people from
Phoenicians.
Phoenix are called Phoenicians.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that's how I've heard that.
Damn. I mean, have you seen most of Wes Anderson's movies?
No.
Really?
I mean, I know about him.
What have you seen?
Okay, what he did one that bombed, right? Like it was before this one.
Oh, French Dispatch.
I think that. And
Yeah,
so I
that
had kind
was
of
a
gave me a bad
toughie.
taste, but
That was
like,
a toughie. Was that your first one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But I didn't, and I didn't like give it a fair shake because I think I went into it knowing it sucked.
He's got a killer
I know.
filmography.
I know, but I've looked into him and shit, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I just never sat down. And then it's Asteroid City I watched.
Yeah.
But I know like his whole vibe, like his cinematography and everything.
Yeah. I'd say like Grand Budapest is definitely like the most accessible, probably.
I think it's
But the Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou is like my favorite with Bill Murray. Bill Murray's like the main character. He's got Willem Dafoe.
What is that the one that put him on the map?
That one's more like culty. I would say like his. I don't know what people consider Wes Anderson's like big breakout movie. Like I really couldn't think of one.
Because he didn't always do that type of style, right?
I think the one and only movie he got like a lot of Academy Award buzz was Grand Budapest. Because I think everything before was more like kind of artsy and people didn't really connect with it. But Fantastic Mr. Fox, that was huge. That's a great one.
Oh, I wanna
Moonrise
correct myself.
Kingdom. Moonrise Kingdom was I think nominated for Best Pictures. That might have been.
He has a bunch though. It's hard to like.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. Rushmore used to be one of my favorites too. I love that movie. I don't know. Yeah, Wes Anderson's like kind of
Weirdo.
a little weirdo. But like that's why him and Michael Cera like should fit.
Yeah.
I'm like excited to see. I feel like that's a match that I've heard this a lot from like the festival circuit. And, like people are interviewing them, but like they're a match like made in heaven. Like I definitely agree with that.
He's a different type of weirdo though. Michael Cera.
Michael Cera?
Sarah. I keep saying Sierra. I'm thinking of
Sierra.
a fucking drink.
Yeah. Sierra Mist?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a different type of weirdo. He's more of like I don't know, just bland.
You think he's yeah, no, I know.
I wouldn't even say weirdo. I would just say kind of like I don't know.
He's
goofy?
he's like Jesse Eisenberg if Jesse Eisenberg was less neurotic and had a little bit less personality.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more dry.
Yeah, he's like him. Where Wes Anderson seems like just like a like autistic. You know what I mean? Like
Wes Anderson? I feel like he's pretty I feel like he's pretty normal.
Really? Every time
interview
I see him, he just looks like I don't know.
he's an artist.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
just an artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like that type of weirdo, which they come off, a little.
Yeah, I think every film director kind of comes off a little like
No, I
Kinda-
can't.
kinda-
He's just. I don't know. He seems like
with his suits and his
there would be a hot
style
girl
and-
like he would like trying to fuck him, and he would just be like, "Me, I'm trying to watch this movie." He'd be like, I don't know. He kind of reminds. That's just the vibe he gives me. I could be totally off,
That's hilarious. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
but I want to correct myself real quick.
What?
Last episode I said Pulp Fiction bombed in the box office. I was wrong as a motherfucker.
I told you.
'Cause I went back-
did I not argue with you about that?
Yeah, you were
I did.
kind of thrown off. That was the whole thing. I've heard that before. Like they didn't do well like immediately in the box office, and then like later like they killed it like afterwards. But no, they killed it. For that time,
Yeah.
they didn't. Okay, yeah, because they didn't spend a lot of money making it,
Yeah.
so they did good. Like
Well, I just remember hearing all of these like stories from Quentin Tarantino, how he was like, invited to go. He was invited to go like hunt or something with Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis. Like that same year, because Robert Zemeckis was nominated for Forrest Gump, which it obviously ended up beating it at the Oscars.
yeah.
But it's like everybody knew that Quentin Tarantino was like the new guy on the scene. Like everybody was like, "Oh, this guy's huge." But it's like he made a lot of money and he was kind of doing that auteur.
yeah.
thing.
But if you bomb in the box office, that doesn't mean you suck.
Yeah, but there's like a certain level of filmmaker you have to be to do both. And it's like, and I think if you're like in the same realm and get invited to shit with like Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis, you're there. And like that must have meant that like.
But he already came out
were
with
together.
Reservoir Dogs that everyone loved.
Yeah, but that was low key.
Yeah, but
That one definitely didn't make money.
yeah, but it was like people were hyped for it. Like it was like film nerds were all over it.
Yeah, probably when it came out. I don't think anybody knew what it was like before it was coming out. Nobody was like on the scene. The internet really wasn't as big.
No, it was like
People were like, "Oh, I can't wait for Reservoir Dogs to come out."
Thing is, no, it was like word
Yeah,
of
it's
mouth
like that
type
didn't
shit.
really
like
happen.
everyone's like, dude, Quentin Tarantino. Was that? Wait. That was his first movie though, right?
Not writing, but I think that was his first directed movie.
I just remember I was listening to a podcast. It was like a film podcast, and the dudes were talking about how they were like when he first went and watched, like they were all hyped for it. They're like, "Oh, Quentin Tarantino movie's coming out!" Like they all went. They all like tried to reenact it. They were just like everyone. They were just hyped. Like there was buzz
With Reservoir Dogs?
with. I mean, just his community. From what he was saying, like his friends, they're all hyped.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
So-
I don't think Reservoir Dogs was like a cultural thing.
I don't think they spent any money making it either. It was all like in. I think it's an LA movie though,
Yeah,
but it's like all like in. Like a warehouse.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
pretty
that-
easy, like contained space.
There's like this thing they're saying like there's no women in that movie, but there was.
I can't even remember.
There's like a female in it, like for like a second. Like when I think it's like when all that shooting goes
She
down.
die.
I don't know if she might, but she's like in a part where someone does die.
There's one woman in the movie she got done dirty.
I think she does die. Yeah,
that's
like innocent bystander type person.
Quentin Tarantino's sexist. We know.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Now.
Not for feet though.
Hey.
But we could bring it back a little.
Yeah, gosh, we got to talk about that Aziz Ansari movie.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Seth Rogen as well.
Okay, I wasn't wowed by the trailer. I can't say it like looked fantastic, but
Looked interesting.
it did look interesting. And I'm a huge Aziz Ansari fan,
Really?
and that was one of the like. No, he was one of the Me Too's that like really hurt. I can't
Can't get
lie.
no free Randy. Yeah, but his Me Too was dumb as shit. Like he was the one everyone agrees that was like.
Yeah, why did he get canceled?
Well,
Yeah.
it was like nothing. It was stupid. It was like a bad date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. Which sucks. But dude, have you ever seen Master of None on
No.
Netflix?
I'm not a huge Aziz fan, so I
Really?
didn't.
I like his comedy.
He's okay.
I'm a fan of his. But Master of None is such a good show.
He's in Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I like
he's
him
one of
in
the
that.
characters. Yeah, he's great in that. But dude, it's like his writing fantastic and his directing also so good. So it's like I felt like he was on this trajectory of like kind of being more highbrow. Like not just like kind of breaking or
His comedy is like that too.
yeah, and he was like kind of breaking out of the comedy sphere a little bit and doing more like drama stuff. But dude, then he got canceled and
But he didn't really get canceled for long, right? I
no,
don't know. how
he
that
got
works.
canceled.
I mean, he's back.
He got canceled so bad that the third season of his own show he wasn't even in. He like
That's crazy.
yeah.
Because his shit was like, what? He just wanted to have sex with the girl, and she said no, and then she left.
I can't remember.
It was like
I
one of
can't
those where
remember.
when
Yeah.
everything came out, everyone was like, oh. I mean, yeah, he's
Yeah.
weird, and it was like dumb, but it was like this isn't
Yeah, this isn't like ruin his
like
career.
You're kind of
really,
like hurting
yeah.
the Me Too movement,
Yeah, I don't know.
but it was
I-
like in the peak of Me Too, so like everyone was like,
Yeah, the instant something
It
happened,
didn't
everybody
matter
was
what
cut.
it was.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember exactly what he did, but I do remember everything I read about it was like
they went on a date. He took her back. He was like, "So you want to fuck?" And she was like, "No." He's like, "Come on." And she was like, "Ew, no." And then she left.
yeah.
I mean, there's more to it. I think
Yeah,
he
yeah,
would-
definitely.
like he was like being like, "Come on, let's fuck," just being like super pushy.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, "That's just a shitty date."
Yeah, just kind of a yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's a weird line with that stuff with the Me Too stuff, but like I'm definitely like I'm a fan still. So
He's one
I'm
of those
like
guys.
yeah, he's one of those guys.
Well, I was gonna say he's one of those dudes like where he's a stand-up comedian, and then he kind of slows down because he gets like he's doing this film shit.
Yeah.
And then that shit, crumbles, so he has to go back to stand. He's like,
As you
but he
go
has
back to stand.
specials come out. They were actually, I mean, there was one that came out after all that shit, and it sucked because he apologized. It's like, damn, bro, like you had a chance to be funny.
Yeah, I kind of played it off a little bit.
Yeah, and then like the way they filmed it was like he tried to be all unique, and it was like you could see the crowd like the entire time. It was weird. I didn't like it. But then he had one at the Cellar, the Comedy Cellar, and
Yeah,
it was a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to see him like kind of trying to come back a
Oh,
little
that
bit.
was years ago.
And I'm glad Seth Rogen's in the movie and like kind of
He
support
needs
it.
to distance himself. All of his friends get.
Well, yeah, he left James Franco behind, but he took Aziz with him. You know, it's kind
And
of
you
funny.
know what's weird is his brother, because we can get into that in the studio, but his brother's in it.
Yeah,
Danny Franco.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of. I wonder if they're still friends in the background. Like Seth's like, "Hey James, I got to shit on you because career wise, you did fuck up." And
Yeah,
you
but
can
Seth Rogen's also probably knows Dave Franco because of the Neighbors movies.
yeah, but that's his bro. That's James Franco's bro.
Well, yeah, but like,
But they're
they probably have their own separate relationship from James Franco.
No, that's tough though. When it's your brother though, it's like
Yeah.
because I'm sure they're close. I honestly have no idea. They could not even give a fuck about each other. I'm assuming James and Danny are like close.
Yeah, oh for sure.
I don't know. It just seems it's just a weird thing with that little group.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the studio, how you feeling?
The
End of the
finale
season.
wasn't as good as I thought it was. I thought the episode before it was better. But
Well,
I liked it.
the finale episode was kind of just more like a part 2. It was also like really short. Like
It was short. It was like 26 minutes.
Yeah, or even shorter than that, I think. Excluding credits, it was less than 26 minutes.
Yeah.
But dude, because I was behind a few episodes from you, right? So I watched the Golden Globes episode
That was funny.
and then the last, part 1 and part 2 of the finale. But dude, oh my god, what a trio of episodes. Probably like my favorite 3 of the whole season. Except for maybe the final episode, but those like 6 and 7 were incredible.
They were funny. They just-
Oh my god.
That was hilarious. It's because he wanted his name called so bad.
Dude, I would like to thank Sal Saperstein for this award.
Yeah, just
Dude,
gave like a
oh my
running
god.
bit. He's all so excited.
That was one of the best bits they've had all season. I thought it was brilliant. It
And
was
then the
so
ending.
funny.
She's finally going to say his name, and then it cuts off.
Yeah, it cuts
I
off.
knew that was going to happen too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she's going to say his name, but they're going to like bleep, like
Yeah.
she's running her time.
Dude, I love Zoe Kravitz. She's awesome.
She's good in
And she
that.
was like really good in the both episodes. She was like kind of more of a bigger character than I expected her
Yeah,
to be.
more reoccurring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which was
she-
like, it was just kind of crazy to see like,
Damn it, Tina.
well, I would just say like all season, it was just kind of crazy. Come on, Tina. Well, I was just thinking it was kind of crazy all season to just see the people that had big arcs through the season or had like cameos that were in each episode that were like long lasting throughout the whole thing. Mm-hmm. They had a lot of screen time. They weren't like comedy actors really, or like they weren't like a part of the Seth Rogen gang.
Yeah, no.
They were all like celebrities who came in and actually acted and kind of did the bit and everything. And they were all every single guest star this season was awesome.
He really didn't have anyone in his little world.
In his arsenal, yeah, not the like Jonah Hill, no. Yeah, gosh, and then the whole second to last episode where Bryan Cranston's he accidentally drugs everybody at the party.
That was hilarious.
It was amazing.
Yeah, the second to last one, he's all just like looping around, all fucking
God.
just. That was hilarious.
And Dave Franco in it was so funny. He was like, well, when Zoe Kravitz ends up, getting drugged on accident.
That was hilarious too.
Yeah, and she eats the chocolates.
They're-
Dave Franco's like, holy shit, you're gonna be so fucking high.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an ego death, dude. Oh my god. It was like I was like, he played that part so perfect. It was so funny.
She did too, the way she was acting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was like freaking out.
All
like,
of her parts were funny.
oh my gosh. And then Dave Franco at the end of well, actually no, it's on the finale when they're doing all the presentation. But Dave Franco shows up and he got beat the fuck up by the gangsters in Vegas, and then he's like, "Don't worry, y'all, I got this."
Oh yeah.
And then he walks out and like nails
says some cool
nails
shit.
the presentation for his movie. It's so good.
And this is Bryan Cranston, or when Bryan Cranston's up there, he's trying to read the teleprompter, and he's all like, can't read it.
And he repeats
He's
the
like,
same word like
movies.
movies.
Movies. He's like,
Movies.
Oh, it was hilarious when he fell from that thing.
Movies. Oh yeah, he falls
Like,
in.
yeah. He fucking hits hard. That was the funniest part, I thought, when him just falling.
Yeah, that was good because he's on the wires, right? And they hooked him up, yeah, to
He
the
just, like,
to the
fucking
ceiling.
hits hard, dude.
yeah. The last 3 episodes were Very good. Like I thought it was a really good ending, and I'm like glad. I'm glad a lot of people love the show because I've only heard like people like critics loved it, but then everybody who's watching it online, like everything.
Are people watching it though? Like, is it doing good?
I think it's doing decent. Yeah.
Well,
it's already been renewed, or before the finale even aired, it was already renewed.
Well, it's like Apple doesn't really have like a bunch of competition in their catalog.
I mean, they got a lot of. They do pretty. They do pretty well.
It's not like Netflix though.
They
Where
do
it's
pretty
like
well.
there's
They're
like
not.
a million.
I mean, I don't think they're pulling HBO numbers for sure. But
No, but
they're doing well.
if you do good on their network, like you're pretty much guaranteed. Whereas like Netflix, they're like, well, you gotta do,
Yeah, that's fair.
they're here today, gone tomorrow. Like you better put out some
Yeah.
shit that fucking kills.
Yeah, true.
Or we're gonna put this new thing up.
Yeah.
With Apple TV, they're like, we'll let this serenade. Or
Yeah, let it
marinate.
kind of
Yeah.
marinate, see if it picks up,
Yeah.
get some traction. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, Apple TV is kind of
They're slow.
they're slowly climbing.
Playing the long game,
Yeah, definitely.
which is good.
Because they're investing in, and I will say like everything that Apple TV puts out, even if the show isn't amazing, it's very high quality.
Yeah.
In terms of like the production and like the talent they're getting. Like it's all very high. It's very like high quality.
They got that show, The Silo, I think.
Yeah, Silo. I've heard
Looks
that.
good.
I heard that fell off. I heard the first season is incredible.
Damn.
But the second season I heard was like a little boring.
Damn, kind of like The Last of Us, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It might come back. It might. Every show has a down season. Like there's a bad season of The Sopranos, or like there's down seasons of The Sopranos. Like there's down season of Game of Thrones. It's
I'm not a big fan of Sopranos. I just want to throw that out there.
really.
I don't hate it. I just watch it. And I feel like everyone loves it just because it was like one of a like I was trying to talk about earlier about like
Yeah.
it was like the first of its kind of genre.
Yeah. I mean, I like.
So like a lot of older people will defend it like, oh, it's great. I'm like, yeah, but if you watch it now, it's like this is
Yeah. I watched it and I loved it. Like, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a fantastic show, but
you didn't think
it
was
wouldn't
the
be
greatest thing.
it wouldn't be anywhere near on like my top 10 favorite shows.
Yeah.
Like it I mean, it was great,
But people say it's like the best ever.
but I honestly don't think I'll ever rewatch it. But that's because I experienced it and it's not one of my favorite shows, so I wouldn't really rewatch
Maybe
it.
that's where I am with. I don't hate it, but I'm just like I think I went into it thinking this is going to be the greatest thing ever, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's all right.
Damn, here we are. We're dropping a hot take right now. I feel like,
I feel like a lot of people-
everybody dick rides Sopranos heavy.
I feel like a lot of people like it's just older people that watched it like 40s and 50s.
No, dude. Even so, I think it has like a big resurgence with HBO or with Max streaming service. With my generation, and I think a lot of people are watching it now. And because I have a bunch of friends who have all seen it, and they're like, "Oh, we love Sopranos," blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, like it's good. Like it's a like it's almost like one of those movies that is a classic that everybody like loves. But then you're kind of like, yeah, it's good, but like, is the hype really there? Did it really meet the hype that everybody gives it?
Yeah, that's a hot take for sure. I guess you're right. Yeah, that is a hot take. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not shit. I don't think it sucks ass.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's mid to me. It's mid to me. Like in a good mid, like where it's like, I'll watch it. I'll be okay watching it, but I'm not gonna love it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever,
Yeah, I think I'm definitely higher than that, but it's more like it's just like it's so hyped up beyond what it could ever achieve.
I respect it. I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah,
I have respect for it.
that's fair. No, but the studio is definitely like high up on the Apple TV list. I mean, I think Severance is definitely number one right now.
That's another hot take for me.
Yeah, well, you actually got to sit down and watch the entire show.
I did.
Before you.
I made the
finished
second
season two?
season. That's the hot take.
Hot take
alarm.
alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. So you did watch
I
Severance
gave it a
season
fair
two?
shake. Yeah,
You watched season two.
Not all of season 2, but I feel like if I'm not like balls deep into it now, like I went like a season
honestly
and an
think it's
episode.
old people. I think it's the old. I think it's all the boomers.
30? Brother.
It's all the boomers. Joe.
I know, dude.
No,
I'm okay.
like, my parents think it's boring. My
mom does too,
dude. It's weird.
but Paige loves it.
I think
We're the
it's
same age.
fucking every episode is fantastic.
Really?
Like I'm engaged. I'm engaged the whole time. I don't find any of it boring.
I watched it twice, dude. Well, not completely. I watched like one episode the first time.
Yeah.
Because Paige was like, you got to watch it. And I watched it. I was like, ugh. And then I watched it again. I gave it a fair shake. And I thought it was better, but I was like, I know there's something I'm missing.
The concept is so good.
So I'm not hating it. I know it's one of those things where I'm like, this is good. It's just not for me because it's just not clicking to me. It's not worth watching.
I think
Dedicating
you just
time
went into
to.
it with a bad mentality.
No,
bro.
I went in with. I was like, everyone's talking about it. Everyone loves it. It's the greatest thing ever. So I went and watched it. I was like, just not for me.
It is the best show on television right now.
Yeah, I just that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something there that I just don't like. I guess it's just not for me. Like someone would say that about fucking Ozark. They might say, which is great, but someone would say that's the best thing ever. Which you and I would probably it's not the best
like,
show
it's
ever.
really good.
Yeah,
but it's not the best show ever. Yeah,
No. But there's some people out there that would be like, this is the. How do you not think this is the? That's how I am with Severance. I'm like, just not. I guess I'm not into that shit.
really.
The whole
Like mystery, like what's going on the whole time.
I mean, it's like a hell of give us something. I guess I just don't care about
that's the whole point of the show. But it's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
what are you gonna do? Blow your load in one season, and then the rest of the series would suck.
Yeah, it's just
It's like you have to like, but they give you pieces of information to like keep you.
They
like,
do.
wanting more. Like
that's what I'm
you're-
saying. Like they do that. So I'm like, maybe it's just I'm just not into it. Maybe I just don't care about the story enough.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
a
I
little
mean,
confusing.
if you don't care for it, like I'm not gonna argue with
no,
you.
I recognize
Yeah.
that it's well done, and I'm sure there's I'm not saying it sucks. I would never say it sucks. I'm just like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, that's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah. I get that. There's definitely stuff I'm kind of there with.
Yeah.
So
What's that? Or just in general?
just in general, like
Yeah.
there's things that a lot of people like that I'm like not huge on. So,
But you recognize it.
but I
it's
recognize
still
it.
solid.
Yeah, I recognize it.
That's where I am with this.
Yeah. But yeah, gosh, what else we've been watching? We had Last of Us season finale. Well, you stopped watching. I can't believe that. But
It's tough, dude. It was like I'm like, dude, I'm wasting my time with
even
this
for the
shit.
pod, you didn't even keep it up
But
for
you
the
could,
pod.
I could still ask you questions. Like we still keep it
Damn,
going.
but I gotta watch it.
I think
I
it's-
gotta suffer.
but you don't
and
have to.
You don't want to suffer. I'm gonna suffer.
you want to watch
Damn,
it.
bro.
In the last
No.
episode, you were like, I'm back in. This is great. Ellie doesn't suck ass.
Yeah, she sucked ass again.
She sucks,
She
dude.
went back to sucking ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it,
let me,
okay, what do you mean? Like,
Let me say. let me say. Spoiler. You obviously know because you played the game, but this season ends with the shocking thing that happens at the movie theater,
sick.
and that was so well done, straight from the game, perfect. Like,
Damn.
Dude.
Word for word?
word
Bar for bar?
bar for bar, bar for bar.
Damn. I might have to go watch
Dude,
it.
it was actually intense. But they actually
Okay, wait, let me ask you this, though.
yeah.
See if you remember. Are they making, because the game, it was just like,
Yeah.
he's done. It doesn't even
Yep.
matter. We're on to the next thing.
Yep.
They kind of just,
Yep.
okay, sick.
See,
It was so quick in the game.
Yeah,
it was
here's
like,
the spoiler. Jesse gets fucking knocked. Like, just point blank, shot in the fucking head, right as he runs through a doorway.
jog my memory. They hear something, and there's someone says
Well, it's
something?
Tommy. Tommy goes out. They meet up with Tommy. Tommy runs out.
I'm like, do you hear
and
that?
then Tommy gets ambushed by Abby, held at gunpoint. Then
But they don't know
run
that,
out.
right? Like they're like in
No,
another
yeah,
room?
they don't know that.
Okay.
But they hear a crash.
Okay.
And so they run out, and as they run through the door, instantly Jesse gets fucking.
But then Ellie, because the
Yeah.
badass she is in the game, she's like, I gotta survive.
Wait. It's like the John Bernthal. Wait.
Dude, that is him, huh?
That is him.
That is ooh. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I didn't even think. Yeah, he is that guy, huh?
It's so funny. No,
Does that an account?
yeah, I know. every movie, but he's amazing.
I know. No, I like him. I like
him.
him. I didn't even think about that.
No, what I will say, the show did better, but this is what you expect from a TV show, like from the different medium. From
Was it
the
kind of
game.
weird seeing Caitlin Dever, and that's like okay in the game. Abby's like
Nah, dude,
She's throwing motherfuckers
sold.
around?
I'm sold. I've been telling you this all season though, but I'm sold on her as Abby. But hold on. So,
bruh.
You distracted me. Now I forgot my point.
She comes in.
Come on.
My bad.
No,
We're
I'm just
riffing, bruh. Can I riff?
Can I riff? Just let me riff.
Okay, so we're talking about Jesse shoots him. It was perfect.
Oh,
bar for
yeah,
bar.
yeah. No. So the difference in medium, right? Like from TV show to video game. You'd expect them to be able to be more like characterized, like more character development in a TV show. So they set Jesse up a lot better because they spend a lot of the episode of Jesse and Ellie kind of like connecting and then talking about the baby that's coming, and very good, like very well done. Like Jesse was like, it honestly hurt more in the TV show than it did in the game, I would say. But there's one fucking scene, and it's the same problem we've had all season, or that I've had all season, you for the part that you watched. But it's not fucking Ellie, bro. Yeah, so it's like, it's one of the I forget what they call them in the show in the game, but it's like the bald people with the robes, the cult. It's one of the cult members getting tortured and just like fucked on. And Ellie's like,
Fucked on.
We like
Getting pwned.
yeah, getting pwned. You're just gonna let him die? We have to save him. It's like, oh my god,
She comes off bratty,
bro.
She doesn't come off
just
cool.
annoying, not even badass.
No, she comes off
It's just
bratty.
like bratty, and I'm like, and then Jesse's like, no, we gotta let him. We gotta like, this is how the world works. Like, let him die. And then it's like in the show, I literally can tell that they're trying to make Ellie a hero and Jesse kind of an asshole. But I'm like, dude, in the game, Ellie would be like, fuck that guy, dude. I don't give a shit. I'm leaving.
Man, maybe you're right. I mean, that's okay. I want to give the show the benefit of the doubt. Maybe
Yeah.
I misread. Maybe it wasn't Tommy. Maybe it was in the game actually one of those bald-headed people, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those people as well. Because that's crazy if it was supposed to be Tommy that they're talking about.
No, because Tommy was never in trouble. They just run into him in the city. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. But
You're right.
But dude, it's just like, it just sucked, and it wasn't like, oh, this isn't what I'm expecting. Like I expected that to happen, like for that, because that's the character that they've written now. But it's just like every time I'm disappointed.
Bro, she's not the best actress for this character as well too.
She's a great actress, but not the right actress for the show.
I only know her in Game of Thrones. Other than this.
I mean, that's really the only thing she's been in. But she's
So
good.
then,
No, but
I mean,
her acting in the show was good, but it's the writing. It's the writing, dude.
I feel like you throw a
Why do you
wig
think
on-
Ellie sucks?
I think
Because
it's a
she comes off
combination.
bratty
And corny.
and corny, but it's not her. I don't think it's her.
I just don't think she could ever be
It's
cool.
I think it's just
Some people
the
just got
show.
that cool factor, you know, like a Timothy Chalamet or
Yeah,
Austin Butler.
I mean, no, that's true.
And I guess Ellie's not cool, but she's more like, I don't know.
Just
how
a
to explain it.
monster.
This-
Like,
she
she's
seems like a kid.
relentless.
She seems older than what she is in the game. right?
Yeah.
She
Oh,
seems like-
yeah.
but Bella seems
It feels like a
kid.
12-year-old.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
it
like
feels like a-
like whatever her age is, playing like trying to be cool.
See, but that's like I don't want to sit around and like shit on her appearance because I
didn't say anything about her appearance.
I'm
You
just
just brought
saying,
it up.
No, but she looks 12.
But that sucks,
Like, she
too.
looks young. She just looks young.
Oh, I thought you meant her fucking forehead. Like he's talking about her.
Oh,
The elephant.
God.
Well, I'm just saying, like
No,
that
yeah.
doesn't help as well.
it
Like that
doesn't.
adds to it. It's like you don't even look like her, and then on top of it, you look goofy. Like let's be honest. Like you can't pretend. Oh no, okay, she's beautiful in every aspect. Blah 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 blah. But in reality, she looks like what's that dude? King of Queens. You seen that meme? Yeah.
Yeah, but Ellie's just. I mean, okay, Ellie aside, the show just has moments where it really hits, and performances that are fantastic. But then everything that I've talked about, you know, some of it, the writing's bad, the performances can be a little corny. It's such a mixed bag this season, and I'm still there. Like I'll watch next season, but they set up. I know you obviously didn't see it, but they set up next season
For
as being all about Abby, which is what happens in the game.
but you're sold on Abby, and
I'm sold on Abby because I
just
think
can't, bro.
obviously she's not as ripped.
That's like that, I mean,
Okay.
it's not even like come
But
on.
okay, yeah, but other than physically,
That's like a
I agree with you. I'm just saying
she's a good actress.
not just she is a great actress, but I'm saying the personality and the Abby character, she plays it very well. Mm-hmm. But I didn't tell you. Oh, actually, this was probably the weirdest scene. This was actually probably the weirdest scene. That I don't know. I don't know if I feel if it was better or worse than the game. Because it's a scene where Ellie ends up running into whoever the dude Abby's boyfriend and his pregnant girlfriend.
That happened.
That happened.
Wait, spoiler, obviously.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But
in this episode, does she kill them?
yes.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
that was later on in the game. I thought.
Yeah,
way
so-
later. That's when you play Abby and then go back to Ellie, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong on that?
No. It happened. It all happens.
Okay,
It was the same as the game.
bro, that was an insane scene.
No, it's an insane scene in the game, but it was a crazy scene in the show. But they did something different, and I can't really decide if I liked it more or less. But
the guessing game or the map part.
yeah.
Go ahead. They changed that up.
No. That was right.
I love that part.
Yeah. Because they're in the aquarium.
And she's like, point here, point here.
Yeah. Yeah, that part was so good. But she ends up, I can't remember. I think how it happens in the game, I might be mistaken, but the dude pulls on her, she kills her, and then the girl tries to kill her with a knife, and then Ellie shifts the knife back and they tussle, and then Ellie stabs her in the neck and kills her. That's what happens in the game. But in the show, they changed it up. When Ellie shoots and kills the guy, she shoots another bullet on accident and nicks the girl in the neck.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, that's lame.
But the girl, okay, yeah. But the girl, this is where, okay, what happened was lame, but the stuff they do with the performances and the writing was really good. That's where I'm like, fuck, I can't decide. But you're going to hate this. But Ellie's like, oh God, she's pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Which, that happens in the game too.
Well, she's not over dramatic. She's disgruntled about it.
Yeah, she's disgruntled about it. Yeah, feels terrible about it. It affects her.
She didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
She finds out. She's like, fuck.
Yeah. So in the show, they do it she's like, I'm pregnant. Cut the baby out, and she hands Ellie a knife to open up her stomach and take the baby out. She's like, just get it out. But Ellie's standing, kind of freaking out about it, way more panicky. But Ellie can't do it. She doesn't do it. She doesn't cut her open and take the baby out
Because she's
But the girl's dying and she's bleeding out and she's holding her neck and she's like, did you get it out? Did you get it out? And then fucking die. No. But it was fucking crazy. It was very well done. But then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that's another problem. That's not it makes Ellie less of the character that she's in the game. It's just a scene, how she handles herself and how she handles herself, how she reacts. It's all so different.
To be fair to the show, she did show human emotion in that part because she was upset in the show.
Yeah.
But obviously there wasn't always, it wasn't a dramatic moment, but she was I think, so you're mad that she's upset that she's killed this girl?
I'm mad that they make her seem very helpless and
helpless. Okay, yeah.
they make her seem very helpless.
Again, there's a moment for her to shine.
Yeah, a moment for her to maybe save the baby or maybe save her life or it's they should have done that or just made her a badass and be like, oh fuck, well she's dead. I feel terrible about killing a pregnant lady, but lo and behold, I still gotta find Abby and get my revenge.
Why
That's
did
how
they change it? They should have just kept it how it was. Worked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the dude, I think the dude's he's not completely dead in the game, right? He's kind of. I think
no, he died.
He does, but she dies first. The girl he stabs.
Oh yes, and then he's she was pregnant
or some shit like that.
Yes, that is what happened.
So
and then after he dies, she opens up the coat and she is pregnant.
And then I think Tommy comes or Jesse. Someone comes and one of her and they're like, I think it's Tommy. He's like, you didn't know. It's
Tommy and Jesse.
This sucks, but you don't you had to do what you had to. I mean, she was trying to kill
she was
her.
gonna
In the
kill
game,
her.
she tries to kill her.
Yeah.
And then Abby or Ellie being the badass, she kills her. but she didn't know,
Yeah.
right?
No, yeah. No, because in the game, I know I'm.
She does the guessing part.
Yeah, she does the guessing part. I'm like backtracking a little bit, but like in the game, the girl tries to kill her.
Yeah,
In this show or in the show,
she's just innocent.
she's innocent,
helpless.
Yeah, and so it's like it's just
They're trying to make her more human. Like, I wouldn't kill a pregnant woman, even if she wasn't pregnant. I wouldn't kill her. I would, it's just like,
yeah, and so it's just like,
why do that? It was so much better in the
I
game
don't
because it was
know.
still fucked up. I mean,
but that's the world that they live in. That's the world that they've developed in the fucking game and the show. And it's like, oh, okay, so everything that happens in the first season, which is perfect to the game, and it's like it's all done and they establish the world, but now you want to take your liberties and make her into a human, like a humanized character that everybody can be like, oh, that's me. That's how I would be in that situation. It's like, come on. Like, that's bad writing.
it's bad.
That's bad writing. You're not true to the character. That's bad writing.
I wonder how that happened, man.
And you know what sucks is Craig Mazin, who did Chernobyl, obviously.
God, did he really?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
He's the guy. He's the showrunner. He's the showrunner of Last of Us. But he's also the head writer, I'm pretty sure. And it's like, dude, everything you've turned out in your career so far has been a fucking masterpiece. And you stoop this low on this season of this show. It's just sad.
I think he sniffs his own ass too much, man. I think he's one of those
he won
guys.
he won too many awards for Chernobyl and
I'll give him this to
Chernobyl
fucking
yeah, so good.
ruled.
Yeah.
I forget about that show.
Oh.
That's one of the greatest
Miniseries
of all time.
Yeah. So
Dude,
good.
intense, terrifying.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a part of. I knew he was a part of the game.
No, he's not a part of the game.
Oh, was he not?
No.
I thought he was part of the game and this.
No, he's adapted the game to the show.
Oh, well,
But
fucked-
Neil
so he
Neil
fucked the game.
Druckmann.
I know
is the
that.
guy, yeah.
I know, no, but I thought, I didn't think there was just one guy. I thought he had
Yeah.
multiple. Damn, I didn't know
dude.
that,
It's just like,
bro. Had to get a little refill. Nate had to take a little pee pee.
I take a
We're
wax,
back.
yeah.
But yeah, the writing. I mean, maybe it's.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
tough, man.
it turned you off, and
But the first season was so good. That's why it's weird that they just went super like I don't know.
yeah, it's hard, man.
The elephant in the room. I want to say woke, but I just feel like that's such a. I feel like that's
yeah, it's
not
kind of
it.
a cop out, but almost not the word to describe it.
But the game was woke, but they hit it. Or I don't want to say hit it, but they did it. Like it doesn't matter if your writing's so on point. Like I don't care.
exactly, yeah.
But this is like it seems corny. It seems like they're like this and that. This is
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you.
It's just like it's corny.
Yeah, I think I'm like one of those people that's like it's very hard to turn me off of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very hard to get like to be so like
I'm same way.
yeah.
But I'm obviously
Well,
a little
I feel like
not
you're
as much
easier
as
than
you.
me. Yeah,
Not as much as you. I mean, I had friends that quit after the first episode.
yeah.
So-
No, same. My buddy watched 3 and then quit.
See where I guess that's where I was at 3.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it just sucks. And when you look online, I think a lot of people are feeling the same way. I think
30%.
I think majority of people are not happy with the
viewership?
season.
The viewership, but their argument, which is probably right, I'll give them this. Did you see the drop off rate?
No.
Oh, it was dramatic.
Was it actually?
On the last episode, like it was like half of the people watched it.
Wow.
But in their defense, because this is actually a good argument, everyone's bigots. No, I'm kidding. no,
Everybody is homophobic.
yeah. No, their argument is that it was a Memorial Weekend and a lot of people were out partying and having a good
Yeah,
time.
that's true.
And I was like, okay, I'll give them that. But I mean, it was a dramatic drop off though. I'm like, I want to say over
Yeah.
59%.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I'm sure it still hit the numbers like on the streaming, but still.
They're definitely not going to hit what they thought they were.
Yeah.
They were not anticipating this. I don't think so. I think they got to finish it, right? Are they already renewed for everything?
Oh, they're
okay.
definitely doing season 3.
That was a dumb question. It's still doing good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even if you're hating on it and hate watching it, you're still watching it.
Exactly. And then you got people like
That are
me
into it.
who are watching it. 1 because I'm like doing it for the pod, and then 2 because I'm like,
Bro,
I'm still
don't put the pot as excuse. You're
I know.
you're just hard. Yeah.
I know.
No, but and you got people who actually like it as well. So
I think a lot of people who haven't played the games like it.
Well, those people fell off because of Joel.
Yeah, true.
I think
So you're like
they really
banging-
fucked every audience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Like if you're gonna commit to killing off Joel,
Yeah,
then you gotta commit to everything else that's a part of the game.
they just ruined Ellie, dude. That's the main. That's honestly why if Ellie was still cool, I wouldn't give a fuck about any of this other bullshit that they throw in there.
You'd be locked in.
It's Ellie. It's Ellie, dude. Like I loved Ellie, like her
Yeah.
character, and then it's just they didn't even have to nail it. They could just be like, okay, she's not cool as Ellie, but she's still cool. And then you throw in the fact that Abby doesn't look anything, and then she wanted to be Ellie, and it's just all this shit that just pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah. It's weird, dude. I don't know.
And I don't want to support it. I just like, dude, I want y'all to see these numbers, and I want y'all to like, okay, well, we need to recorrect.
Yeah, dude, but I don't think they can. Like you
can hold
kind
their
of
season.
have to like. It's hard not to look at the season and think that as an entirety of an adaptation as it is, it hasn't fallen from grace. You know.
Think about this. What if next season they're like, all right, obviously we're fucking up with the casting. You gotta get on steroids.
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
Abby gets fucking
Caitlyn.
huge.
Yeah, Abby. Yeah, they're like, hey, you got it. She just shows up next season like fucking jacked.
Yeah, just
like,
Yeah, I've been working out.
they're like, you like this, guys, right? Like this works, right?
Yeah. No, they won't do that because then
It's
it would
too
be
late,
then it'd
too
be
late.
inconsistent.
They had a moment like where I thought like, okay, this is pre her getting jacked, maybe.
Yeah.
I was giving some leeway because she does get more jacked like later on in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
yeah.
dude, at the end, dude, she's fucking. I mean, not obviously the epilogue. She's fucking looks
Yeah,
like how she
she's-
looks now.
Yeah.
But
Up on a fucking cross for
and
months.
she could still throw some hands.
Yeah, dude.
Ellie won though.
Ellie kicked her ass.
Yeah, but she let her live.
True, but it
God,
was
this
so
game's
good.
so
But it was
good.
perfect.
I
It
go
was
back on
perfect.
YouTube and I'll watch like just the
It's so
cutscenes.
cinematic. It's so cinematic.
Incredible. This is one of those games. It's such a dude thing to do. But I would have Paige. I'm like, Paige, come in here. Watch me play this. Like this cutscene's about to be sick. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, I would do that.
Yeah, I agree.
But that was like one of the games. And I remember telling her like, dude, this is the like this is a movie. But when they made it into the show, I was so hyped. And then
Yeah.
and first season was good. Dude, there were some things they changed in that first season.
But
that
they were
worked.
good changes.
Like
Yeah.
the kid, I think the kid, the black kid. Everyone remembers if you say
God,
that.
what's his name? I can't remember.
Floods. I mean, he's here today, gone tomorrow character.
Yeah.
But he's blind in the TV show. He's not blind in the game.
No, he wasn't blind.
He's deaf then. There's something wrong with him. There's something like that.
No, he was chilling. He was normal.
In the show?
yeah.
Or we'll have to, I swear to God, he's blind.
He was no, he's not. He's not blind.
I don't even know how to Google it.
I swear, no. I've re-seen that scene like on TikTok or whatever.
There's nothing wrong. He's not
No,
blind?
he's chilling.
I'm pretty sure he's deaf then.
No, damn it, you're right. He is deaf.
All right, we're back. Had to
Okay.
Google, look it up.
Yeah, he was deaf. You're right. You're right. I was wrong. But you said blind, so we're both wrong.
Yeah, but then you
But
said
there
no,
was,
and I was
there
like,
was something wrong with him. Yeah, there was something. Not wrong with him.
yes, it's okay. It's okay to be.
It's
deaf.
okay to be deaf.
There's nothing. Yeah, but the point is, in the game, he wasn't like he was just regular.
Yeah.
But in the show, he was deaf, and it honestly made you more sympathetic. Like it made it sadder.
Yeah.
The fact he's deaf, it just does.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a good job of in the first season of change. That was a good change. I was like, oh, he's deaf. Like, oh man, it's sadder now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was an
that's
example of a good change. Which I in this and then in this season, every change they've done has been complete dog shit.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, majority changes were terrible. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hit or miss, and we'll just pray that they come back a little bit better for season 3. Don't change as much. Maybe course correct a little bit with the character development. But yeah, gosh, we had another HBO show that ended this same week. The Rehearsal.
Oh, Rehearsal, bro. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I'm so fascinated by it.
Let me tell you. This was one of the best episodes of TV I've seen in a long time.
Now, you're not drinking the hype, right? Because I know it's everywhere. Every time I get on Instagram, I'm seeing like,
It's
Nathan for IMAX and shit like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, Nathan Fry.
yeah, I keep seeing that. I
Yes.
keep seeing like the scene. Obviously, it looks like he's flying a plane in the IMAX, and I'm like, that's sick. But I'm like, is that everyone just having like just over like?
No,
for fun?
it's good. When you think about like just the arc of the season and like the creativity and just like Nathan's whole like
persona.
I mean, I'm also Nathan, but the other Nathan,
Yeah,
Nathan Fielder. Yeah, but Nathan Fielder's just such a genius.
Fielder.
bro.
I've been saying Felder for the longest. I have a buddy
Felder?
named Felder, and I
Somehow you get every single name wrong.
It's because I'm a boomer. Honestly, I do it
You're
as
a
a stick.
fucking boomer.
I think it's funny, like when you fuck someone's name up, that's hard to say. But with him, I honestly didn't know.
yeah. Fielder, Felder.
But it is
Felder,
spelled
Felder.
Fielder. I just, for some reason, like I said, I had a friend in the military
Yeah,
named Felder,
yeah.
like Felder, and I just,
Yeah. No, dude, it's so good. Like the last 3 episodes were fantastic. And just like the way where it culminates to, I really don't want to spoil it for you. I'm sure you've seen it though, but he ends up getting his pilot's license.
oh, I did not, you fucked that for me. Which honestly, I don't care. Like this show is like, it's not like Game of Thrones.
You're still gonna have the same.
It's not like Jon Snow's the brother of Daenerys. You know, it's like
yeah.
It's like I'm not surprised by anything this motherfucker does at this point.
Yeah, I guess we won't spend too much. We can talk more about this next week if you get around to finishing it.
Yeah, because it's so quick to.
There's only
bang
6
out.
episodes, I think. Dude, but he just like he pushes it to a 10 in this final episode, and just kind of like where it ends. It's so funny, and I think what's even crazy.
Don't ruin the jokes for me.
No, I won't.
I'll say
I
that.
won't.
I'll say
Yeah,
that. You can say everything else, but like I want to hear that. I want the jokes.
Well, so he gets like Boeing 737 certified
That's
over the course of 2 years.
I guess it's not that hard. Is he trying to prove a point? Like, hey, this.
Yeah, he was trying to prove a
this
point.
is
The
insane
whole
that
thing
I
was
shouldn't be a pilot. Like, it should be
Yes.
harder. Is that his point?
Well, it should be more like I'm the least qualified person to do this, and if I can do it and like show them what point I'm trying to make, then they should take more.
Yeah.
Like I should be more credited on what I'm trying to
Talk
trying
about
to say.
being committed to the fucking bit.
Oh,
dude got his
dude,
pilot license,
Oh, not just pilot license, like
legit.
commercial airline pilot. No, so he ends up flying. He pays all the actors that you've seen throughout the season. He pays all of them to be a part. They're the passengers on the flight. He flies like 200 people, like in a commercial flight for 3 hours.
That's crazy, but not crazy at the same time because the pilot's be like, okay, if he fucks up, I can just get in there and save us.
True, he does have a co-pilot, but
But any pilot on the plane could be like, get the fuck out of the seat. Let me sit, like I would feel safe if I was an actual pilot and knew how to fly. But if this motherfucker gets crazy, if I notice something weird, I'll get in there and fix this. I'm not going to die.
yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But if I was
Yeah.
like, if it was just me and he was like, hey,
Well, I think that's the point because the only other pilot on the plane is his co-pilot.
oh, I thought you said that he paid all they're actors.
Yeah, they're actors.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All the like the
They're
background.
not
actors.
actual pilots. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
no,
real
no.
confused for a second.
There's no pilots on the plane.
Because he does have pilots throughout the show, but they're not.
Yes,
He
yeah.
gets the actors in there. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy, bro. People trying to make a Hollywood would fucking
Die
suck his
for that
dick
shit, yeah.
on the plane while it's going down. If
Die for that
there was a chance, yeah. You see it with the Kanye, his new controversial song, "Hail Hitler." All the actors in it,
yeah.
dude. It's a chance for
do
me to make it.
anything,
I'll
yeah.
say whatever you want me to say.
Yeah. Dude, that's so. And because they were doing it on Hollywood Boulevard too.
Yes, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, they'll sell their soul for fucking a chance. Low key respect it,
Yeah.
but
Come on.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
like
yeah, it
him
makes
to
sense.
convince these actors to get on that plane with it probably wasn't hard. They're like,
No.
yes, before he finished.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so but dude, it's just like this season, in my opinion, this season was so much better than the first season just because of like where it went. And what's like more impressed me, or not just impressed me,
How
but
do you
like
top that?
made it so awesome was that
plane?
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm still like processing
Yeah,
this, dude.
no, it's wild. But then he's been doing interviews. Like he just did a CNN interview. I was talking to you about this before we started, but dude, like committed to the bit. Brings the old guy on from the whole season. You've seen the old guy that he's like kind of partners with the whole time.
I'm only in
in the first. Is it like the first episode?
old guy.
That he's talking to the whole time, and he's like gets him on board to like help him.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
The I don't even know what you.
I
call
can't
him.
remember his name.
I almost want to say a professor, but he's not a professor.
No, he's not a professor. I can't remember.
He's trying to get laws changed to help the.
Oh yeah,
system
dude.
out.
No, but he took that old dude on CNN like last night. I'm saying like fucking yesterday.
Is this guy aware of like who like everything? Like,
Well,
the bit?
so this is
But
where
he's still helping him. So
well,
he's like,
here's the
"Fuck it."
thing. Here's where the bit and the reality is so hard to decipher.
It is.
Because he's doing real like
He's actually doing it
he's doing a real. Oh, when did that go off?
just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're
the
back.
logo went off. If I got around to it, I did edit it in there. If not, this is a real podcast. What we do.
Yeah, exactly. We roll with the punches.
Yeah.
we roll with the punches.
I like realism, right? You don't want a heavy edited, produced fucking.
Exactly. Yeah,
Get you back on track.
Yeah, but no, Nathan Fielder like going on CNN and the whole time
He brought the geezer with him.
he brought the geezer with him, and the whole time he's like committed, man. Like,
Is
They're-
he even
but they're
joking
actually-
at this point, or
I
is
don't
this
know
is
if
who he is?
I don't know because he's advocating for like flight safety, and he's like, oh, it's been a hobby of mine studying plane crashes.
Maybe he's
Maybe he's like actually passionate about it, but then also he's
autist,
doing the
bro.
bit. Dude, yeah, I don't know. But it's so good, man. It's like for anybody that's like doesn't know who Nathan Fielder is or isn't on the rehearsal, you gotta get on it. It's
Well,
just peak peak TV.
Okay, the CNN interview. Is it funny?
It's funny.
Okay, yeah. Tell us some of the. I haven't watched it. I heard of it. I heard he's on CNN, but like,
Well, he's just like the whole time. He's kind of talking over them the whole time, and it's kind of part of the bit. And he's like,
so he is okay. He is being funny.
yeah. And CNN reached out to the FAA, I think.
because of this.
Yeah, because of the show. CNN reached out to the FAA to make a comment about the rehearsal, like the season 2. And Nathan Fielder's like, yeah, well, of course they'd say that because they were like defending themselves. And Fielder was like, yeah, well, they're dumb. They're just dumb. And he's just like, it's funny because it's like somebody would never say that on an actual interview. Like he's working at a high level. He's working at a meta. He's working a high level
I've
of
never
meta.
seen this before.
No, yeah,
It's
that's
very
why it's so unique. Yeah,
But I like it.
fascinating,
But even if he wasn't trying to be funny, I would still like it. Like maybe he is just a little weird, and that's just how he's. Like,
Yeah,
he just
yeah,
comes
yeah.
off funny. And maybe he just like plays with it. Like I understand. I'm my demeanor or my personality is weird. I'm just gonna double down on it and just let it roll.
See, I would think that, but when he does the media circuits, he's so like into it that I think it's all a bit.
But that's all I've
It's
ever
funny.
seen him. It's almost like
Well, yeah, but that's a master of the craft. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's not like drop dead funny, But it's like it's funny in its own way. It's funny because it seems real.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking like maybe this is who he is, and he's like I'm just gonna enhance it a little.
yeah, probably a little bit. Yeah.
Like he's aware.
No, yeah.
But he plays it so well. It's like he doesn't seem like he's aware that he's being. I don't know. It's so fast.
He's definitely aware he's being funny. He's
Okay,
100% aware he's being funny.
Yeah, I think he does. He's
You
phenomenal
just
actor.
gotta watch more of his stuff to understand. But he's definitely
I'll say this: then. He's
definitely
a
aware he's
phenomenal
funny.
actor.
yeah. He's
He
good.
really is.
He's good. He's
He's one of a kind.
he's very entertaining.
I'm glad that he's given these opportunities.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be such a waste if he was like?
Oh, I'm glad. I'm
allowing-
so happy. Like HBO is just funneling money into this show
It's
because
weird.
they're like building these giant sets.
Yeah.
Like
He has like
it's-
endless money.
yeah, to do whatever he wants with, and it's so cool to see somebody who's kind of
Doesn't have consequences.
doesn't have consequences and isn't like super well known. Get this
he
much.
can- yeah.
He's getting so much just funding and recognition. Well, I think this season specifically, this season of this show will launch him up.
To a certain point.
To a
but
certain
It's
point.
not going to be that. Many.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like A-list. Like
No, not at all. He'll be able to go to like McDonald's or Starbucks. So he'll be able to go out in public and
Yeah.
not get recognized.
Yeah.
But he's still.
But
he
it's
could-
awesome.
But he,
yeah, I love him. I love that. I love him so much. Dude.
he's a fascinating guy. I'm just glad whoever in HBO that let this happen, because normally this shit doesn't like. This is crazy. They're letting this happen.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, he has so much range. So this reality shit that he kills, and then like I said, the curse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, him and Emma Stone went toe to toe. Like no one carried it. Like they both nailed it.
Yeah.
It's like, and that was a phenomenal show.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's good for him.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a fan. Anything he does, I'll be on
Anything he
board.
does, you got to.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah. And that's it's so funny.
The motherfucker flew a goddamn plane.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's certified.
Like we're kind of like skimming over it like it's no big deal, but like he actually flew it, like he landed it.
Oh, dude, and it was like a pristine landing. Like the cleanest landing you'll ever see from a pilot.
I mean, this is
I mean, it was crazy.
This is Teddy. I mean, obviously he's got the resources to do this, but it's the idea of even thinking that's possible and doing it, and then, dude, and the episode I'm on episode 3.
Well, think about how much planning it takes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's insane.
While he's doing everything that you've seen all season, he's also spent the last 2 years like flying, getting his flight hours, getting certifications, like to be able to do that. And so it's like it's all a part of his plan, dude. And how his brain works is so like masterful. It's crazy. Like nobody's working on that level. Like when you think of, I mean, it's so much different than a show that's written, produced, and acted and directed and, you know, put out and shot. It's like he's literally creating all of this by himself and then just like getting money and like, you know, obviously production design's huge, but it's like it's all him. It's his mastermind brain.
The episode I just watched, he's like a baby.
Oh, the Sully episode?
I was like, dude, that's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Was that necessary?
No, but that's the part. That's why it's funny because
That
it's
seemed
like
like it was
it's
entertainment.
so dumb. Like it's so like
Over the top.
it's so over the top that's funny.
I'll be honest. Humor wise, I haven't really laughed in this. Only like a couple times. But that
But it's
doesn't take
not
away.
like, but I liked what you said earlier. It's like it's not laugh out loud funny. It's just like
But I'm still in. That's not me taking it
no,
away.
yeah, not taking away from
No.
it. It's just a different type of humor that's like not really prevalent anywhere else.
Yeah. But it's like even if it's like, let's say he's trying to be funny, even if it's not like it. Maybe there's jokes that I'm missing that he wants people to laugh at, because secretly there's probably some shit that we're missing. He's like, damn, that was supposed to be funny. Why didn't they laugh? You know, but it doesn't matter because I still love it. Like I still
know,
like it.
I think it's all a like. I think it's all audience based.
I guarantee you, there's shit that he's like secretly like he's like,
Oh, why? Are
damn,
they
I wish I
laughing
would have
at this?
crushed.
Why are they
Yeah.
laughing?
Oh, if he's comedian, there is 100% moments where he's like, they didn't get it.
That's
You know?
true. I guess I haven't really thought about that.
Oh, 100%. No, that is not. And me saying this,
Yeah, that's not taking away from it.
because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
rely on
Yeah.
comedy. This is just fast, dude. Okay, so
Fascinating, entertaining.
the
Just,
episode I'm on, he has the dogs that are cloned. Like he
Yeah.
has people that clone dogs because they love their dog so much that died and they cloned it. Now they have, and he's trying to like replicate like if it was raised, it's raised different, so now it's different. But if you put it in the same, his theory is like if you bring it up the same way, and now he's trying to rewire his way of like what was the pilot's name? Oh, the Sully.
Yeah.
He's trying to be like, that's why he's a baby, because he's trying to start back in his life because he read his book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know. It's all fascinating. I don't care if I laugh at all. Like it's not like I don't have to laugh.
Yeah,
to
I
like
just want to
this.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are funny moments, like when that couple that got the dog that cloned him. There's a moment where he's sitting in between them on the couch and they're talking. The wife's talking, and the husband, who's kind of weird, he like rubs her back, and then Nathan picks up on it and was like, "What?
What was that?
He's like, what was that? Like, you know, in a normal situation, if you would have saw someone do that, you wouldn't call him out on
Dude,
it.
he's so good at like making things awkward. It's hilarious.
When he makes the pilot and his girlfriend hug,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
all right, hug it out.
Yeah.
And the way he kind of hesitates
Can
on
you
saying
just like
things.
hug her and like make her feel better?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, dude, I forgot about this. This was hilarious. This was funny. He calls that actor in because he's judged. It's like American Idol.
Yeah, Wings of
whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, something Wings. Yeah, I can't
But
remember.
he calls that one dude in. That the black dude, very flamboyant, doesn't wear a shirt.
Oh yeah.
He calls him in, but it makes it sound like, hey, I want to meet up with you. Like, obviously that guy's saying like, oh shit, like, oh, they're calling me back.
Yeah.
He meets up with him in a parking garage, and then he just goes up to him just immediately, just like, not, hey, how are you doing? Or, hey, this is what I really
He's
want.
like, can you tell me what we could do better?
No, he's like, why
Right?
did you give me like a 3?
Yeah.
Come the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was just like, the guy was like,
what?
dude, I laughed so hard at that. They get out, they walk up. So why'd you give me a 3?
Yeah, it was so funny. It's so good.
The guy was like, I felt so bad for that guy because he's
Yeah.
probably thinking like, oh shit, like I get a second chance. Or,
Yeah.
What? Like, yeah, it was awkward. It was awkward because that
Yeah.
guy's seeing like rubbing his hands, like, well, like fuck. He's probably thinking like, damn, you knew that, like, you know.
Yeah. Dude.
That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, you got to finish it. You got to finish it and let me
I'm
know
a
what you
fan.
think.
Watch The Rehearsal, season 2.
Yeah.
All right,
Gosh, but yeah, we've been talking about TV for a while.
we
We
got
got
some movies.
dude. We gotta.
There's a big
few.
one that I loved.
We can kind of gloss over. We can gloss over The Accountant too. You just give me your little thoughts on it because you went and saw it. We're like a month behind on this one, but
Yeah,
yeah, just give me some quick opinions. Give me some quick opinions.
yeah. Okay, it starts off. The acting's great.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's Ben Affleck and John
And John
Bernthal.
Bernthal, yeah.
So Ben
Not
Affleck
surprised.
crushes. There wasn't the editing's. Editing's good. There wasn't really it was like I was in it the whole entire time. Like I had to piss a couple times, and I'm like, God, I don't want to piss because I don't want to miss a part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just Ben Affleck nails it. He does great in this. There's character development, even though it's a sequel. They do a great job. Like you're like into the characters again. They do like because there's a different part of their lives.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it's in the future. You know, from the first one, it's way in the future compared to the first one, and it's so much has happened between them.
Really?
And it's well the character. So they kind of like doing a whole new character development. You know?
Yeah.
And they nail it. There's a lot of funny moments that hit. They do good. You're like emotionally in it. Like yeah.
Is Anna Kendrick in it?
Who's that?
Girl from Pitch Perfect. You wouldn't know.
What from what?
Anna Kendrick. She's the girl. She's like kind of like the love interest in the first Accountant.
I don't know. He has a whole new girl. You talking
Okay,
about Ben
yeah,
Affleck?
he got a whole new girl.
He's got a whole new girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, he doesn't really have a girl
Yeah.
in this. Like he has like a lady who does this thing, like an autistic. They're all autistic. He has like autistic. He assembled.
No way, really?
He assembled.
No way.
He assembles, bro. This is okay. This scene's actually kind of like goofy, but I don't care. I'm into
It's funny, yeah.
He assembles the autistic Avengers, and I'm talking like they're all like 12, 11 years old.
No.
He has like a main lady that is accountant assistant
No.
lady who's older. Yes, but they're all like super like weird geek
Yeah,
hackers,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like just hacking. But the scene is actually kind of cool because like ladies like sitting down, they hack into her computer because they're trying to find out information on this lady. Like, and they keep like all right, and then like the main assistant lady, who's older, she's like, Jonathan, go into her, distract her by letting off turn the TV up, you know. So he hacks into the TV real quick, and he's like, turns it up, and then she sits down on the computer, and then she gets away from the computer to go to that, and then the other kid's like, okay, Elizabeth, I need you to go in and then do this, and they're not
way.
autistic. Oh, okay, yes, they are. They do kind of say that because he's like, I got a lot of people like me, like they're like me, like super autistic that
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
on another level.
Yeah, they're just like smarter.
And this,
Like,
and he's like, he kind of like found it. So he has all of his group working for him. So there'll be moments where it's like, I need that.
That's crazy.
Like the lights are red and they just flick them on green, you know?
That's hilarious.
Shit like that, you know? But that one scene, it was like, I was like, this is goofy, but I don't care. It's like, give me 15 minutes of or it wasn't 15 minutes. Give me 5 minutes of this dumb shit, and then we'll get back onto the story, you know?
Yeah.
But he has like a bat cave of like just autistic kids working for him.
Dude,
So
that's wild.
So that was goofy, but it was
So
like,
they kind of turned the notch up a little bit. Like they kind of turned it up to 11.
there's just a scene because they have like a CIA or FBI lady. I think she's like FBI. She's like trying to solve this murder, and she like gets him because she understands like he's connected to it, Ben Affleck, and then he ends up calling his brother, but he's autistic, so the way he does it because he never talks to him. Like there's like years
Yeah.
go by, and he's like he calls John up, and he's
Hi.
all like. He's like, I need you to come help me with this case. Can you do it? He's like, how about a
How about a fucking hello?
He does the what the fuck, man? You know, his character, you know how he is like, how about a fucking hello? How have you been? Wait. Yeah. He's like, this fucking guy, man. I mean, anything. He's like,
He's just so up. He's just like super high energy.
But he's like with like an escort lady, and he's like he's like on a date with her, and he's like gets on the phone, and she's all like, ooh, he's like,
what's happening?
What the fuck's your problem? And then they get up and they walk like through his house, and there's like a bunch of like dead bodies spread out. So it's funny. You think that she's just like freaked out about him, like being upset.
But there's just a bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah, but she's like super like over the top. You're like, all right, chill out a little, you know. But then he's like, what? Let's go out to eat now, you know, whatever. And they leave the house. You just see all like these assassins that he just killed.
Yeah,
I was like, that's sick. But
that's funny.
No, it was a cool little scene.
Yeah, that's cool.
But anyway, he's like his bro, so he goes and helps him, and it's and then there's a scene that's kind of like cool, you know, like they show in the trailer that he's dancing. He sucks with women.
Yeah, obviously.
The first scene I think is like him trying to like do a matchmaking thing, and he's like, well, I'm an accountant and everything.
I've heard about the scene.
Yeah,
I've heard about this.
And there's all the girls are lined up because he's like, you know, handsome dude who has a good job, and then he just bombs everyone. So the whole thing is like he sucks with women.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene later on in the movie where they're kind of winding down. They're like at a bar, and it's also in the trailer too. But he's like dancing with this girl. He memorizes like the Copperhead Road.
Yeah, the dance pattern.
Yeah, he's like, all right. He goes out there and he's like having
and
fun.
He kills it.
Yeah, and the girl's like all nice to him. And all of a sudden the cowboy comes up and is like, brother, where I'm from, you don't dance with another man's woman. Yeah, and then he's like, oh, well, you know, he's like trying to explain himself.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, my brother's about to have a lot of fun tonight. And you just see John just like, because he starts like swinging at him or whatever, and John's like, "What the fuck?" And it just pauses, you know. And then in the next scene, it shows
like a freeze frame,
kind of like he's like he goes like run at him, you know. He's like, and then like, the next scene is like the dude getting tossed out of the window, and they're like driving back, and they're like, "Yo, we fucked him up," you know, like just like some awesome brother shit.
Yeah,
and then he's like, and then you know they're kind of connecting, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's driving, he's all of a sudden he's like, got her number, and he's like, "Let's go, you got her number." Because before that moment, it's kind of sad. You kind of feel bad for him because like John's like, dude, this because that girl talks to him.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what? And he says some weird autistic shit, you know. She leaves, and then John's like, bro, she was on. He's like, my brain just doesn't work like that. I don't pick up on this shit, you know. So you kind of feel bad, and then he goes out of his comfort zone and dances.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a cool scene. There's like shit like that throughout the movie where you're just kind of like, like you emotionally like the character.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, the tactic shit at the end, you know, they have they're just clearing rooms,
big
bro,
shootout,
and they do it so good. I'm talking like they enter a room perfectly. There's like there's you know John Wick switching out mags, you know, and just
so the action was like crazy good.
It was like crazy. It was just I love it when it's like on point, like
accurate.
It's sexy to me. Like this the way they enter a room like slowly,
they move in,
yes, and then
just very tactical.
Yes, that shit. And they did a great job,
dude. I know. I see. My dad was trying to get me to go see it, and I love the accounting one. Like it's just like a fun. Good. It's just a fun.
This was better.
It's better
than the first. To me, it was.
The second it hit streaming, I'm definitely watching it. I'm in on the accountant. Like I didn't see it.
I think you should watch it in theater just to support the Ben Affleck.
I know. There's just so much I gotta do, bro.
I get it.
But I did not see it because I didn't want to see it. I just didn't see it because there was so much that came out around it that I wanted to see just a tad more. But I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it,
dude. When I went and saw it, I mean, it was like a week ago, so it's been out for a minute, and it was like during the day.
Still pretty packed.
There were not packed, but there was a group. There was you know, people here.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was thrown off by that.
That's crazy.
No, it was good. The one thing they managed to make, okay, so they're fighting like the cartel the whole entire movie.
Yeah.
But the main villain's a white dude. I'm like,
oh no way.
He worked for the cartel. I'm like, well, they managed to shoot that in. That's funny.
That is funny. Who? Was
he's just another badass, like an assassin.
Was it a big actor who was in it?
I don't think so.
I feel like it had to.
He looks like the dude from the Timberwolves, the white dude that's with the short hair, you know.
Oh, DiVincenzo?
Yeah, I think so. He reminds me of him in a way. Like he has the same like haircut, and he's.
Let's see.
If you look at his acting picture, he probably don't look like him, but in the movie he does.
This guy?
No. Oh. Okay. He ends up being like a Russian.
This guy.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You gotta look at him in the movie.
Grant Harvey.
He looks more cool, bro. There's a scene like where you said spoiler, right?
Yeah. You can spoil it for me.
So like one of the bad dudes that's like not like super well. He's like in the middleman type of bad guy, and the FBI got him. He's like a pimp, you know.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah.
connected to the main guys they're trying to get, and they're like
Okay.
basically like you rat them out, blah blah blah. They're trying to work out a deal, and they're like in a high tower, you know. Like
Yeah.
And they're like, this lawyer's like, you know, you talked to us already. You saw what they did to this guy. You're fucked. So you might as well make a deal with us and all this. And they're like, all right, that dude, the white dude.
Yeah.
He's all like, he's acting like he's cleaning, but he's like in another building. Like he's like maintenance man, but he's like he's getting ready to snipe. But you know, it comes out of nowhere. They actually do a great job of like, you forget that he's up there. And then all of a sudden, out of
Yeah.
nowhere, they're like, all right, let's sign the deal. The fucking lawyer gets capped, and then he's like, boom, 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 boom. That fucking, that dude gets shot.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that was
Dang.
fucking sick.
I forget. Did Ben Affleck direct this movie?
No,
The
no.
accountant?
He did not direct this.
He directed the first one.
I believe
Didn't he?
so.
No.
He 100% didn't direct this one.
No. Okay. Yeah, it was the same director for 1 and 2, but it was a different guy. It was
Okay.
Gavin O'Connor, but the guy who directed Warrior,
Okay.
which you're not a huge, you're not huge on that
no.
movie, right?
And this, no. It's just so unrealistic to the, like when it comes to fighting and it's like, you got a dude pulling off an MRAP door underwater. I just can't. But
yeah.
because he was on Theo, he was doing like a little media run for this media tour.
Yeah, I watched the podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched
So
the podcast.
that's how he was like, because he makes it now. He's like, I did not direct this, but
Yeah.
and that kind of helped me motivate me because it was getting to the point where now I'm like, it's been awesome. You know, I wanted to watch it now, but then I heard that I was like, fuck it, I like Ben Affleck. I was like, I'll
Dude,
go
Ben
watch it.
Affleck's just, I
like him.
Everybody loves Ben Affleck.
like him,
He's
yeah.
just so like real, bro.
Yeah, he's
Him
bro.
and Matt Damon are awesome.
And John Bernthal's actually
John
like that, too.
Bernthal is
he's actually
most
more
down
real.
to earth. Yeah.
Way more real.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of this reminded me, Shia LaBeouf.
Okay. Yeah.
You see the little I seen. I don't know if you watched it. He's on TMZ recently. It's so funny.
He was on TMZ recently.
Yes.
What did
He's
he do?
walking down the street and just people are like so annoying, like in his ass. And he was like, bro, like, all right, I'll take it. He's like, what do you want? And they're like, the picture. He's like, all right, let's take a picture. He's like, he's being stoic, but he's like,
Yeah.
and they take a picture and he keeps walking. Like 20 more people come up to him. They're like, oh, they take a picture. And he's like, all right. He's like, and then they just keep like bumping into him. Another guy, the same guy keeps popping up. And he's like,
No
bro,
way.
I gave you a picture. Please. He's like,
Yeah.
he's
Please leave me alone.
Yes, he's like, yo, he's like, please, like, and then the comments are so funny. It's like you at a party showing people like a picture with you and Shia LaBeouf, and it's like they use like the stoic. Yeah, he's just like,
He's mad.
but
He's
I
mugging.
get it though, dude. That would be so fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
because he's being nice. He's taking the picture, and then he
He's
just
like, what do
keeps
you
doing
want?
it.
What do you want?
And he takes one, and then all of a sudden, just millions of people
Yeah,
just start
more.
flooding. And he just
Yeah.
stops, and they're like grabbing on him and shit. You know, he's like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the mustache like up to here. I
funny.
just like the guy, and I understand that he's a very controversial, done a lot of fucked up
Yeah.
shit. I'm talking artist wise.
Yeah, artist wise, I love him too.
Yeah, I can separate the art from
He's
the
such a
artist.
good actor, and I wish he wasn't as controversial because like,
But it takes
dude,
a
he
crazy
has so much to
motherfucker,
offer.
bro.
He's got so much to offer.
You look at all the like Mike Tyson. I know he's a fighter, and like these guys, they're just off the wall. They do wild shit, but they're the best at their craft.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's psycho crazy, especially an artist.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
Roman
everything.
Polanski.
The thing that always comes to mind, yeah, Roman Polanski,
Harvey
He's-
Weinstein.
yeah, he's a bad one. The thing that always comes to mind is like for Fury, he like
Crushes
he actually scarred his face,
And he actually became religious.
and he actually he found God, and that
I don't know
because of that
how he
movie.
is
Yeah.
still, but like and
No,
that-
he's
that-
still like deeply devout. I think
he's just a method actor, and
Yeah,
that shit.
just
Dude,
deep
those
in it.
dudes do not. They're not fun to hang out with, apparently. But he's still with Mia Goth.
Yeah, not fun on set. Yeah.
Him and Mia Goth are working.
Are they
fine.
actually still dating?
Yeah, they're
I
married.
didn't know that.
They have a happy relationship.
Really?
Another crazy motherfucker. You know she's got to be
Oh,
crazy
she's definitely fucking crazy.
to be that good.
Oh my god,
at those roles.
Well, every movie she's in, she's fucking insane. So gotta be crazy. Gotta be crazy.
She's fantastic.
Pearl.
She nails Pearl.
That I don't know if you ever saw it, but Infinity Pool.
Infinity, I know.
Yeah,
I need to
God,
watch it.
dude,
I
Infinity
need to
Pool.
watch it.
She's in batshit crazy, dude. It's
is that show?
insane.
Is that show like top tier good?
It's good. It's
Is it Pearl good?
Me personally, I like Infinity Pool more than Pearl.
Dude, I love Pearl.
But performance wise, Pearl's better for her.
That's hard
for
to
her.
top,
For
bro.
her.
That
Yeah,
is-
Pearl. She's so good in Pearl.
That's one of the best
She was so good
performances.
that people thought she was gonna get nominated for an Oscar.
That's the best
that's how
performance like
good it
I've
was.
ever like one of the best I've ever seen. Period.
Yeah, from an actress. Yeah, she was so good.
Period.
Period. Yeah. She's so good at
That was
movie.
so damn good. Even the end.
Yeah.
When she's all like, doing that weird. Yes, dude.
Like tear, like
yes. And
smiling.
I'm married. Dude, but she slacked at Maxine though.
Maxine was just that wasn't her fault. That was a bad movie.
The whole thing was mid.
A bad movie.
It was mid.
Yeah, mid as fuck movie.
That was like the start of A24 kind of putting out mid shit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah, gosh. But shoot, you saw another movie that I haven't seen.
Brother.
Friendship.
Been watching. I'll probably fuck that.
At night, I think of you.
Oh,
yeah,
I was going to come in like in the movie.
I'm good.
Be your baby, baby. And then Tim Robinson's like, he kind of does that awkward like Nathan thing. He's like, oh my God, dude. Okay, so this movie. I'll be quick.
I'm gonna go see it.
So I won't spoil the fuck out of it.
Yeah, don't spoil the fuck out of it. I'm gonna go see it.
I'll give some things.
Yes.
Some scenes.
I don't mind.
Because it's not really like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I told you in the messages, I stole it for someone else, but they were like, it's like an Adam Sandler type character, but his consequences are like the world is aware of his actions. So like it's not like, so like in like Adam Sandler would say like Big Daddy, he's like, what are you doing to a kid in like an aisle, and no one gives a shit. But in this, it would be like everyone would be like, yo, like call it, like the cops would show up.
Yes, yeah. He's the same type of character that Adam Sandler is, but it's like real life.
In a real, he's not as slapsticky as him as he's Tim Robbins.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
that's a good way of like, it's like real, like it affects his life, like his job and his wife and his kid. There's consequences to him being insane. Yeah, and almost like you're watching this, it seems like he's on the brink of a psychotic breakdown the entire time. Yeah, like he's unhinged, but he's not fully on a psychotic break. Like he doesn't get that level, but he's like a person who's teetering on like just he might murder somebody type crazy, right?
Yeah.
The opening scene. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you all this. I'll just tell you that joke.
Okay, yeah.
The wife's like, they're like in a thing, like it's not Alcoholics Anonymous. It's not that, but it's like similar to that where everyone's like in a circle and they're talking. Yeah. Because I don't want to give away any plot line, so I'll say it's not an alcoholic thing, but it's similar to that.
Yeah, it's him with like all the like Paul Rudd and all the friends, right?
No. It's before he meets him.
It's before. Okay.
Yeah, it's the opening scene. I don't want to tell you why they're there.
Okay.
But it's a vibe like that, like where everyone kind of talks. And his wife's talking, and she's like, she mentions not being able, cause something happened. She's not able to have like a orgasm. And he's all like doing this. He's like, and then she goes on to say all this other shit. Yeah, he's kind of like, like listening, like, yeah. And then he talks, and he does the whole like, so I'm this guy and this guy, and I am able to have orgasms. Yeah, he's like,
well, I always have orgasms.
Yeah.
I just imagine like the Tim Robinson, like, I always have orgasms.
It's just funny because he makes a joke about like, well, I'm able to have orgasms, instead of just being like a serious moment, like where she's trying to be real.
Yeah.
He makes a joke. He's like, well, I'm able to have orgasms, And then the, dude, let me say this, Paul Rudd's character, a fucking badass, like cool motherfucker.
In this movie?
Yeah. He's a weatherman. I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah. So he's like stud.
He's like a cool cat.
Okay.
Like that's how he is. He's like bro, And let's say.
So obviously the whole premise of the movie is like they become friends, and then Paul Rudd's like, oh, I don't want to be friends anymore.
Like I said, there's consequences to his actions, right? Some shit happens. I'm not gonna, because it is worth finding out.
But he does some hilarious, like high octane hilarious shit.
Yeah,
or dramatic, or he gets.
It just does some shit that, like in real life, he'd be like, "Yo, like you're weird. Like this is like over the top. You really did some fucked up shit."
Yeah.
It gets stalkerish.
Yeah, on Tim Robinson's character's part.
Yeah,
like stalkerish with Paul Rudd.
Yeah. But he's also very, I don't want to say narcissist, because that's feel like that's like a word thrown out too easily.
Yeah.
But he almost cares too much about like his shit than he does
anybody else's.
Yeah, it's almost like
his family
in a way. But it seems like everyone's kind of bad. Because it's kind of like clear that his wife's like doing some behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like, at the same time you're with this guy who sucks, but same, it's just like it's hard.
Everybody sucks. Everybody sucks.
And the kid and the mom have a weird relationship
In the movie?
and they're making but they never. I don't want to get too much into it, but there is a joke that they kiss on the lips in one part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then because I'm kind of sitting there, I'm like, is this like I was kind of thrown off by it, and then Tim Robinson is like, y'all kiss on the lip? Like he pointed out, like it wasn't like just me as an audience member thing in my head. I'm like, okay, they're aware.
Yeah.
That was weird, There's just shit like that. But dude,
does the movie like devolve? Like, does it get like insane, or is it kind of just one through story?
Oh, bro, there gets some intense moments. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it is the epitome of an art house comedy, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Really?
Like it's a great movie. Oh. Like there's levels to it. Like there's layers.
Damn.
Like the humor takes a back seat to me.
Okay.
Like there is that because there's scenes that he's being like the Tim Robinson funny character.
Yeah, I think you should leave type character. Yeah.
But it's sad in some moments, like where it should be funny.
Yeah.
You're kind of watching it and being like, oh, this is kind of like he's spiraling type thing. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
like he's doing the funny awkward shit, but it's like emotionally I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, this is bad. Yeah, dude,
Well,
layers.
shit. Looks like I'm gonna have to make 2 trips to the movie theater this
You
weekend.
have
God
to watch
damn
that.
Damn it.
If you want to
Yeah,
watch
I
it
can't-
tonight, I'd go with you.
Really?
I can't watch Bring Her Back. I want to watch it so goddamn bad, but I can't watch Friendship because I already watched it. I would be willing to watch that.
We can talk more off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk
I'm
more
not
off
no
the
pressure.
pod.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, if you want to go watch it, I would rewatch the fuck out of that.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I know. I want to see it so bad.
Bro, I got some A24 merch.
Really?
Yeah, they dropped some merch.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah, I got-
Dude, the shirt. One of the
I
shirts
got
is
the
sick.
infrared one.
Damn it! I like that one. Was sick.
The,
The frog one was cool.
yeah, but that I was like, I'm not gonna wear that.
Yeah.
like I don't want to because I'm not like a psychedelic dude, so I don't want to like. I
Yeah.
don't,
Come
like,
off that way.
I'm not a poser,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that scene is, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there is that there. It makes sense. Like that shirt,
Yeah,
I almost
yeah.
got it. There's the guys. Okay, there's a kid in there who has a toad.
Yeah.
And he's a native kid, I believe, or Mexican, one of the two. But his name's like T something. But he calls him Toad. He calls him Toad Boy. He's like, it's not Toad. I'm not gonna.
My name's not
butchering
Toad
it.
Boy.
Well, he's like, it's just funny. That whole, I'm not gonna say anymore because I want you to watch it in real time because there is shit that I don't want to spoil.
Yeah. I'll watch it before next pod.
Okay.
100%. I'll go see it before next.
It is
pod.
there's layers to it.
Yeah. Dang.
Because
dude.
there is moments where you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? I can't believe this is happening. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
thrilling.
I get that. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I'll go see it. We can talk more about it. I'll give you my opinion next
Okay,
pod
okay.
for sure. But yeah, what would you rate it?
Man, it's tough because at the end of the day, it is kind of like a comedy, But
Well, in terms of just like,
I-
rate it in terms of like whatever you want to rate it as. Like for a comedy, an 8. Wow.
8 to 8.5. I like
For
the better
comedy?
than Sinners. But that's just me. I'm not gonna. If someone was like, "No, Sinners is
Well,
better,"
I mean,
I
if
wouldn't
it's
argue.
more
with you.
your type of movie.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
my.
That's
I still
fair.
feel like Warfare is better just because there's. I mean, it's just.
Certain things except for different people. And if Warfare and
I just feel like Warfare was better. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was so
better experience.
Yeah, and I love war movies.
Yeah,
the
of
fact
course,
that this
of
is like
course.
the best war movie I've seen.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard for me to put it lower. I have that at a 9.
Mm.
I would say this is 8, 8.5.
Okay.
Whereas Warfare, I would say 9, 8.5.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. That's high.
But this was just it was great.
I'm sure I'd like it then. If you're giving it such high praise, I'm sure I'd be
Yeah,
on board.
and I'm telling you, the comedy does not drive this movie. Like
Okay.
it's everything. It's just layered.
Yeah.
It's just
Fair.
good.
Fair.
Because we had to take a little piss break. I know we're on Friendship. Great movie. Go see it. I recommend the fuck out of it. This is one of those movies that like. I'm still sticking with what I said last time about it's like the Hereditary of comedies where it's like an underground. I'm not thinking it's going to bring comedies back like Hereditary brought horror back.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be one of those like it's considered like a top tier movie, but like no one really knows about it.
Yeah. Do you know how it's done at the box office? Like, is it performing pretty well?
I haven't looked.
You haven't
That's
looked?
actually. I guess I can look at that. That is kind of a
Yeah,
good question.
I don't know. I just I feel like it kind of came and went a little bit, but I feel like, but it's not even this movie specifically. I feel like everything that's coming out in the movie theaters right now is kind of coming and going. Like even Thunderbolts was the same way. It's like it came and went.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
Not great. Bro.
but I think there's just like every weekend there's been a decently big release. So it's like everything's just kind of like one week and then the next week and then the next week and then the next week. It's been kind of crazy.
A24's Friendship grossed an estimated 4.60 million. 4.60 million over the 3-day weekend.
4.60 million? What does that mean? You mean 60 million or?
Oh yeah, they worded that weird. 4.6. We'll just say that.
4.6
Because they put
million.
5.9, but it's might as well just say 6. That's weird.
Hold on, let me see it. Wait, what?
They meant 4.6 or 4.5.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's weird that they did it like that.
4 point. Yeah. So basically, 4.6.
Me being
million.
buzzed up, I'm like 4.6.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? yeah. 4.6 million. That's. I mean, it probably costs
An
that.
estimated. The total gross through Monday stands at 9.4 or 8.4 million.
I'm sure it's making money back. Like I'm sure it's not a loss.
Yeah,
I doubt they made the movie for more than that.
No, there's not a lot of.
Yeah, it's just like acting and then like locations. Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, huge contrast to Friendship. I went and saw Mission Impossible this weekend. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
Ooh.
And holy shit.
Nate loves a good box off or
Oh
a
my
good
God.
popcorn.
Well, I'm okay. I'm a huge Mission Impossible fan. And I know you're not.
I never gave him a chance.
Have you seen any of them?
No.
Okay.
I just know it's not for me. I wouldn't like it.
Dude, that's just crazy to me though. Like what
Maybe I would.
what action movies do you like?
Action, like The Accountant. Like I'm into like that. Like I like it has to be like it's almost a highbrow action. I just don't like John
Okay,
Wick.
I think you're the only person who has called the Accountant highbrow.
Well, I know that was terrible.
You're the only person I've heard that say.
I know that's again drinking.
Yeah, a few
but
more beers.
there's it is different in a way. It's not okay. Let me say this.
You're hurting yourself right now.
I don't like Die Hard.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But that's like a good.
You don't like Die Hard? That's actually crazy. But
Yeah, I don't.
but okay, that's fine.
But I watched it late. I watched it like last year.
It's honestly holds up more than when I saw it as a kid.
I couldn't finish it.
Okay. But I don't know, dude, like James Bond. Like almost James Bond. I'm trying to think of big action franchises.
I Twister.
Yeah, Twister.
But I still shit on it though. I'm like, this movie's ass. but I
Yeah,
liked
okay.
it.
But no, Mission Impossible is like it's the pinnacle of stunt work.
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
dude.
No, I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just like I just don't
Yeah.
like that shit. Like I don't care to see a guy flip around a car and dive off a building. It just doesn't do it for
I
me.
promise you, if you gave it a chance, there's stuff that you'll never see in any other movie.
I'm honestly trying to think of another movie where that's like that, and I just can't think of a movie I like. And
That's why Mission Impossible is like the pinnacle of that genre. Like just the stunt oriented action spy.
what I'm trying to say is the best of
Blockbuster.
it. Like soccer, you could show me, like you could tell me. What's
watch,
his name?
like, the
Ronaldo was across the street playing. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like I don't care to see it. Like Ronaldo kicking a soccer ball. I don't like. You could tell me Tom Cruise is killing it in this movie. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, cool.
I'd have to. Maybe I'll show you one someday. But my love for it started when I went and saw Mission Impossible Fallout, which is like arguably probably the best one in the franchise. It's so good. Like, so he does this Halo jump scene in Fallout, and this is two
Does he
movies.
do that in real life? The Halo?
Oh yeah, real life, dude.
Sick.
No,
That's cool.
No, everything that Tom Cruise does is he's doing it for real. And like with limited wire work. It's insane. He's
No, it
jumping
is
out of
great.
every plane. Like everything that you see is in camera and real.
Like that is cool. Like don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
as far as the movie goes, I mean, you could show me a dinosaur eating a guy, and it's just the same as like it's not any like me knowing that
But
it
you
was
can
he really
feel-
did
but
it.
You can feel the like
The intensity, like
the
oh shit, this is
intensity
real.
and it's like just how sick it is, bro.
yeah.
It's just
Oh,
awesome.
I get that.
Yeah. Well,
It's just
I won't waste a lot. Obviously, everybody knows the stunts who like is probably watching this and a Mission Impossible fan. So I'll just focus on Final Reckoning.
You can spoil it, by the way. If you're spoiling it,
Yeah,
okay.
but I'll spoil a few things.
Go ahead.
But it's definitely a part 2 because there's Dead Reckoning was the movie before this.
Oh, this is a part 2.
Yes, this is a
Okay.
part 2. It's fine. I mean, they treat it.
Until they make too much money, they're like, bro, we gotta do another
We gotta do another one. Yeah, but Dead Reckoning was good. The one that like came before this one. The train scene, fantastic. The villain, it's gonna be kind of hard to explain a little bit, but the villain is AI. The villain is basically like the main villain of the movie is an AI. They call it the Entity, and it's basically this AI that's become so knowledgeable that it's trying to like destroy the world. So it's like it's a little corny, but it's a little
that's
corny.
fine.
It's goofy.
Yeah.
It's goofy, but it's like
They're trying to tap into
but
everyone's
it
fears.
knows, and it's very self-aware, and like it knows it's being over the top goofy, like, oh, we're pushing every stunt to the next level to where this is so absurd. But they also in the movie like acknowledge how absurd everything that Ethan Hunt does, which is Tom Cruise's character. And they're like, no way this guy just fucking did this. Like that's fucking crazy. And it's so funny. I just think like it's the perfect amount of like self-aware action franchise. Like it's so good.
He has range.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I'll give
He
him that.
does. Dude,
He's a great
Tom
actor.
Cruise is a fantastic actor.
I'm not a Tom Cruise guy, like I said.
I'm a Tom Cruise guy.
But
He's the coolest guy in Hollywood.
He's I wouldn't say cool. Like hangout wise.
Oh, I'd pay I'd pay insane
he'd
amounts
be-
of money to hang out with Tom Cruise.
He's one of those guys where you, let's say like that phrase like you don't want to meet your heroes. I bet he'd be so fucking gay to be around.
No.
He'd be all up his ass. You wouldn't get a word in. He would just, which you'd want to hear his stories, but it'd be like I feel like you'd be walking on eggshells not to offend him. Like he'd say something, he'd be like, "What? Are you crazy? This is I don't know." He just seems like a weird like a nut job, like a very hard
Maybe.
guy to be around.
Maybe.
He doesn't
I
come
don't
off like that. Every scenario I've ever seen him in, like he just seems like he's just too committed to his craft. And like I said earlier, in his defense, it takes a crazy guy to be that good.
Yeah, no, he's definitely crazy.
Yeah.
I won't argue that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. He doesn't seem like too much like an asshole. I feel like he's just like a nice guy in person.
Man, maybe I'm wrong on the guy.
But
He's just so elite that it's
yeah,
weird.
he's
just
so
weird.
he's
like
so
in this-
A-list. He's so A-list. He's too good for all of us. We don't understand.
Has he? Now, this is a lack on me. Oscars that he's won.
No, never won an
That's
Oscar.
what I was gonna say. He's never won an Oscar, huh?
Hmm.
So he's not there yet. He's
Okay.
not that elite.
All right.
Huh.
If we can't judge. You don't judge work by Oscars.
No, you
Definitely don't judge
shouldn't.
work
But
by
there
Oscars.
is some of that where it's like Leonardo, right? I would say he's a better actor.
Yeah, but I would argue Leonardo DiCaprio took a bunch of roles that he thought he would win an Oscar for and put that intensity behind it, where Tom Cruise is more like classic movie star. Like he doesn't give a fuck about Oscars. He just wants to make movies for the audience. And I think that's why these movies are so successful and why everybody loves them is because
Vanilla Sky was probably the one that he took a role for, thinking he'd get an Oscar because it's not
I
for
don't
the
know,
audience.
Cameron Crowe, good director,
It's
crazy,
it's
okay,
boring.
Yeah, but I'm saying like focus on Mission Impossible.
Okay.
I think Tom Cruise, like, you can feel how infectious the like love for filmmaking is, like behind all of these.
I give him that.
And so I think that's why like they're so good and like so fun to watch. Like you don't go to the movie theater and have as fun of an experience as you're gonna have like in a Mission Impossible movie.
I probably need to give it a chance.
Yeah.
If I go on the aspect of like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. But dude, the stunts they pull off in this movie are absolutely crazy, dude. Like there's a whole sequence where it's like probably 25 minutes of the movie, but you'll like this. So the aspect ratio, right? So it has like the black bars, like even when you see it in IMAX, it's got the black bars on top and bottom.
Really?
So the aspect ratio is like smaller, right? In this sequence, he's about to go underwater. He's in a submarine. Like he's in a submarine, but he's got to go to like the bottom of the ocean floor to like go inside of this other submarine that crashed like decades earlier. When he's like turning this valve to pressurize the chamber that he's in so that way he can go underwater. as he turns the valve, like one by one, the aspect ratio like moves into IMAX camera.
Oh shit,
dude! And it's like it's
Is it early?
sick. No, it's like halfway through the movie, but like turn, grow, even more, and it's like until the whole IMAX screen is filled, and it's a 25-minute sequence of him going underwater, like basically pulling off this heist, like trying to use the key that's been a part of both movies to open up the AI thing and get this thing that he needs to stop the AI. But the whole time, the submarine that's at the bottom, the water that's like inside, because it's a submarine, so there's not like a bunch of water inside, it's not filled with water, but the water's like halfway filled. And as it's rolling off this cliff, the water's like shifting and the set is moving and Tom Cruise is like inside trying to move around. Dude, I'm telling you, it might be one of the coolest like movie scenes I've ever watched in my life. Like it is badass beyond belief. Like I don't know how, like if you listen to any interviews, Tom Cruise is talking about how they like design new technology just for this movie to like execute that scene.
Does it stay like that the rest of the movie, like in the full screen?
No. Like once that scene ends, like the intensity kind of ends, the aspect ratio shrinks again. But there's multiple times in the movie where it goes into that IMAX camera position.
When they go back to the regular, is it like a next scene type thing where it just does it, or does it like slowly go?
No, you see it kind of come back. Yeah, it's so well done, and I mean,
that's good editing.
The whole story of the movie is kind of, it's corny. Like I was just saying earlier, but it's like a little corny, a little goofy. But you don't go for that. Like you go for Tom Cruise. You go for the fun, the vibe, the stunts.
How practical is it compared to the CGI?
Oh, there's like no CGI.
What?
No, dude. When I'm telling you this, these movies are not like CGI, dude. It's like all practical.
So the submarine, like I see, so
all
he's actually underwater.
Practical. All practical.
Huh? That's interesting. That's cool.
And even if there is CGI, like when it cuts to like outside shots of the submarine flipping,
yeah,
it's CGI.
Yeah,
but it's like it looks
not bad,
incredible.
Yeah,
no, you can hardly even tell. But then the whole like big, God, I know I'm like glazing this movie right now, but the whole final sequence. They kind of set up this thing with Tom Cruise and like the main girl character. She's like a pickpocket, and she's kind of like, like timing is everything. And that line was said in the first movie, but then they kind of bring it back in the second one, like in the second part.
That's a little callback.
Yeah, a little callback. But
3 hours.
They're trying to catch the AI. It's this whole technical jumbo mumbo bullshit thing. But the AI shoots into this like canister that they have like in a computer, like ready to catch it. But she has like 100 milliseconds to grab it and pull it off in order to capture the AI into the prison. It's like so intense, dude. It's like they set it up so to where it's like you're just, holy crap, like are they gonna do this even though they're gonna do it?
That's the thing with these movies, like they always win. It's like a Marvel movie.
Well, yeah, no, but they set it up so well. It's like you never know, dude. You never know
if they're gonna try to do some crazy shit.
Yeah, but
then it's like nope, no, they didn't. Good guys
but the
win.
whole main last sequence is Tom Cruise, and they did this all practically, but Tom Cruise they're in like a plane, and I'm not talking like a fighter jet. I'm talking like just literal like little mini planes, like one person planes. And they're like in the air fighting him and like the main bad guy, which is like some dude who's trying to take control of the AI or whatever. And Tom Cruise leaps out of his plane onto the other dude's plane. And he's like, and they shot this all practically, but Tom Cruise is held on by like 2 wires. And he's on the plane, like experiencing the G-force, climbing on different parts of the plane and trying to like.
How is he connected to wires on the plane? That's crazy to me.
Oh,
like what's it connected to?
I think just the plane, like it's just like trying to stabilize him to that way he doesn't fly off.
So his wires that has on
His
like
body is
so if he
on a
flies off-
fucking plane, and they're shooting the film from a plane.
That's insane.
No, it's wild, dude.
So if he falls off, he's connected to the other.
Oh,
plane.
if he fell off, he would have died. Like,
What?
yo, for real. Like, he does all this shit practically. Like, he's put his life. Okay, there's a scene in Dead Reckoning, the movie before. He drives a motorcycle off a cliff
I saw
and
that.
falls off and parachute.
Yeah.
But that's all practical.
Yeah.
He did it for real.
So why is he on wires then? Like, what's the wires doing if it's not to save him if he falls off?
Well, yeah, they're saving him.
Okay, so if he does,
But like in
falls
the
off-
movie, you can't see the wires.
No.
obviously. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I know in the movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, he would die. But in
Yeah.
real life, he's wires, and the wires are connected to the other plane that he jumped off of. So there's someone flying that plane just in case, like he falls off.
No, they're flying the plane, I think, to just like shoot the film. Like to like shoot the scene.
Yeah. So he falls off. He's connected to the plane though. I'm just curious. Like,
Yeah, like it would be.
I'm not taking away. I'm just trying to figure out.
It
like,
would
what's
be
safe,
hard.
like-
It would be hard for him to die, I think.
Okay.
Like they're like making sure it's
no,
safe.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out. Like, that's still crazy.
Yeah, but the plane's like flipping, and he's like he's like crawling on different parts of the
Damn.
plane,
Yeah,
and
that's nuts.
yeah, it's so.
Even if I am connected to a plane, that's still insane. Like, I would not want to fall off.
Yeah. No, I know it's wild, but dude, yeah, this was just it was a good entry. I'd probably put it mid of the pack of like all 8 movies.
Really?
The stunts wise, it's top tier.
Yeah.
But as like an overall film, like the storyline, everything, as invested as you get in it,
Damn.
I'd probably put it like mid of the pack. But that's
Really?
that's a testament to how good all these movies are.
Which
you know?
one is this one? It was like the fifth one,
It's 8.
sixth one? 8?
Yeah,
Ah, damn.
yeah. But they
They're competing with
they do
that.
a lot of flashbacks and stuff to the original movie and like through kind of some of the other movies. But some people had problems with it. I thought it was pretty tasteful. Like it was like nice one to get a reminder. 8 movies, 30 years long of a series of films franchise. But yeah, dude, it's like super high stakes. Like there's a lot of subplots that I think were kind of bad. Like shouldn't have been in the movie, could have been cut. Maybe to save some runtime because the
3
movie's
hours.
damn near 3 hours.
It is 3 hours.
Yeah, it is 3 hours.
It's like 3 hours and 10 minutes, what it says.
No, it's like 250 something.
Nah, hell no.
I swear to God, I swear.
Pull
it's-
it up. Well, I think the theater, like flicks, they'll add in the credits and the.
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's probably not credits then, right?
Damn, son.
Well, I think they're adding in
Damn,
credits.
son.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it says like 3 hours.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa. I saw the 3 and I was like, yo.
Yeah. Dude, no,
It's
but
like
it was
Scorsese.
it was such a fun
2 hours
movie,
and 50.
man.
That's insane though.
Yeah, but it speeds
Are all the
by.
movies that long?
Speeds by. I think they progressively get longer. Like every movie in the series is longer than the last.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So in 10 years, it's gonna be like 4 hours long.
No, yeah. they set it up. They set it up to where it could have been the last one, but I think
They're
Tom
gonna make too much
Cruise.
money.
Well, it's not even just too much money, but I think Tom Cruise, like, this is his baby. Like he basically owns the
Like
franchise.
John Wick.
Yeah, it's like John
Keanu
Wick for Keanu Reeves.
Honestly, I'm curious how did it do in the box office.
I didn't look, but I think it did pretty well.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, he did
honestly.
pretty
I
well.
haven't seen the hype. That is interesting.
I think you remember because Dead Reckoning came out.
It's also Memorial Weekend. That's tough.
Yeah. Well, Dead Reckoning came out the weekend after Barbenheimer. And so it got kind of swallowed up. I'm pretty sure 2 years ago.
This is a better one. It's okay. Box office Reckoning has crossed 220 million worldwide.
Damn, that's good. That's good.
Domestically, 136.
A little lower.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good. That's
Yeah.
They made their money, right? Well, I don't know.
Well, I think it'll keep. I think because obviously we have Bring It Back this weekend, but I don't think a lot of people are going to go see that.
Fuck
So
no,
I think
it sucks, dude.
Mission Impossible might own this weekend as well.
Yeah, because it's Memorial the next
Yeah.
week.
Plus word of mouth, it's getting around. Everybody's like, it's fucking awesome. It's crazy. Go see
Yeah.
it. But dude, I'm just saying, like, I gotta convince you at some point to check them out. They're good. They're really good.
Yeah, that is interesting. All the stunts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but I would legitimately probably give it like a, for story wise, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. But as an overall experience, like fun time in the movies, I'd give it a 9.
Ooh.
I'm dead ass.
Okay, we'll put out like okay.
But I would say those even out at about like an 8.
You give it an 8.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8. Yeah.
Would you rather watch Sinners?
Oh, that's a toughie. Sinners is original IP, and you got to support that.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, Mission
say-
Impossible is. I mean,
What I think I'd probably put them at the same level. Mission Impossible, the story's so much worse, or not so much worse, but so much like more generic.
yeah. But it is its
the,
own
the
IP.
technicality and the quality of the movie is crazy high. But Sinners will be remembered higher. It'll probably I could see Sinners becoming a like potential classic, like in a decade.
Mm-hmm.
But
It holds up.
yeah.
Did you like it better than Warfare? It's tough to compare movies to
Yeah,
Warfare.
they're so hard. It's so hard to compare. Everything's so different from each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I couldn't compare them. It's too difficult to compare.
There's one's for fun, the other one's like a legit movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just depends on what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Well,
Dang, dude, we covered a lot today.
we did more than what we thought, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Shoot, well, we got bring her back next week.
Bring her back.
I'm gonna try and go see Friendship.
There's
So
that.
we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, we can dive more into Friendship after you watch it.
Yeah.
Just bring her back. Is there something else coming?
Trying to think.
Phoenician.
Phoenician Scheme.
That's next
That'll
week.
be the next week. So that would be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's off to the races after that,
Off
right?
to the races.
What's after that?
20 years later is
F1.
later. F1.
And then 28 years later.
Yeah. God. We got so much.
F1's
bro.
gonna be sick, dude.
F1's
That
gonna be
newest
so
trailer
good.
that came
Oh,
out.
man, it looks so good.
That newest trailer.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, that's
Sold you.
That was a great trailer.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like. It seems like the guys are. Seems like both characters, even the antagonist, is going to be like a guy you kind of like.
I agree.
Like you kind of get where he's coming from. Like obviously he's going to be the bad dude in it, but like he's going to be a character that. Like, all right, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
He's
No, I
just
agree.
trying to be the great.
Yeah.
Also.
Exactly.
But yeah, a lot of movies coming out.
Yeah. Dang. Well,
That's a long one.
see you next week.
Yes, next week.
All right. See ya.